It's a chimney. It's my version of a chimney.
It's time to get you up to speed on all things sports.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
With plenty of nonsense in between.
Oh, look! Here comes our fearless producer!
Gwynn and Chris starts right now on 97.3 The Fan.
Line drive, center field. There it is. Number 3,000 for Tony Gwynn.
Oh, doctor! You can hang a star on that, baby. A star for the ages for Tony Gwynn, number 3,000.
I mean, it was a great ride. It's been a great run. And to have the kind of night I had tonight, I really felt like I swung the bat really well. And so 3,003 sounds pretty good about that, you know.
Yes, indeed. Happy anniversary to Tony's dad. Tony Gwynn, hit number 3,000, came on August the 6th, 1999. That's unbelievable. 26 years ago. And 32 years ago today, he had his 2,000th hit. Got them both on the same date, August 6th, which happens to be his mom's birthday.
Yeah, I thought there was something else behind that, but yeah, that's
not
crazy.
Not bad. So we celebrate that. We celebrate having you with us on the program today. Middle of the week get together here on San Diego's #1 sports talk station, 97.3 The Fan. Chris Ello here, Matt Scraby over there, Tony Gwynn Jr. idle, and we got a great show lined up today. Our guest coming up in about 40 minutes will be the reigning U.S. Open golf champion, Aztec for Life, J.J. Spaun. Had a chance to visit with him a little while ago after he finished his practice round in Memphis. He's getting ready for the FedEx Cup Championships.
Oh, did you ask him about Rory skipping and how everybody's freaking out about it?
I could care less about Rory, and I wasn't going to make him talk about Rory.
Okay.
We had plenty to talk about, including his great victory in the U.S. Open Championship. J.J. Spaun interview coming up in about 40 minutes. I figured that be something you golf fans would be excited about, and I think everybody else will enjoy listening to that. It's coming up in just a little bit. We have a sports court later today, and, of course, we're making way for Padre baseball once again tonight against the Arizona Diamondbacks. And before we get any further, Scraby, you and I chit-chat before the show every day.
Mm-hmm.
Got together about half an hour ago. I believe you thought I was in a bad mood, but you could not be more wrong. I'm in a great mood today.
You have a really funny way of showing
I'm feeling
it.
good. I'm excited. And as a result, I'm feeling like doing something nice for our listeners who are on time and ready to go right at the top of the show.
What are you talking about?
We have had left over, actually, a pair of tickets to give away to Saturday night's Padres-Red Sox game.
Thank you for doing this early today.
Yeah, right. Every time we wait around, the phones break. So we're going to try to do it before the phones break today. First person who calls in, and if you're calling in right now, you might as well hang up the phone. Because
I'm locking them.
Well, you're going to lock them. Yeah, don't call right now.
You know what I found out, Chris? Because people on the radio or listening to the radio get it way behind the YouTube people.
They're on the delay.
Yeah, so we got some complaints.
The YouTube people have an advantage.
Yes.
Well, nobody's going to get an advantage because what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask the question, a trivia question, and whoever gets the answer correct first is going to win. And Scraby's going to pause to give everybody a chance to hear the question and, give everybody a chance to dial in. So it'll be equal out there. Padres Red Sox tickets for Saturday night's game. 5:40 is the start time for the game Saturday night. And you need to answer this question right off the top of the show today. It always does pay to be on time for the 2 o'clock show. Today especially. Boston Red Sox all-time leader in pitching victories is a tie between two guys you've probably heard of. One guy is Roger Clemens.
Oh, I've heard of him.
The other guy is Cy Young. They both had 192 wins pitching for the Red Sox. Who's next on the Boston Red Sox all-time career victory list for pitchers? Who is next? After Roger Clemens and Cy Young, who is next for the Red Sox? All-time victories as a pitcher for the Boston Red Sox. 833-288-0973. First person who calls in with the correct answer will win the tickets. One bit of advice. When you call in and Scraby picks up your call, do not ask him what the question was. He doesn't like that.
These are not easy tickets to get. People think that because they say, hey, I want those tickets, you get the tickets. You have to follow the instructions.
Right. These are the instructions. Know the question, know the answer, call in, Scraby goes to you, give him the answer.
Adam Klug just answered it on the chat. Adam, what are you doing?
Was he right?
Yes.
And he answered it on the chat?
Yes. Come
Adam,
up with a new question.
Adam, that was like one of the dumbest things you've ever done.
I'm not gonna say that about our boss, but that was not ideal.
Why did you do that? He just gave the answer to everybody out there, practically.
He did. He said he was guessing.
Oh my goodness gracious.
These tickets are the hardest tickets we've ever given away.
Yeah, we're really struggling to do it.
We've been trying since Monday.
All right, well, if you weren't on the chat, the answer was Tim Wakefield. I thought it was a pretty good question because I thought most people would guess Pedro Martinez, Louis Tiant, all kinds of great Boston Red Sox pitchers. But Tim Wakefield, not only is Tim Wakefield the all-time Red Sox leader in third in victories, he's their leader in innings pitched. I'd have never known that.
Adam said that he wasn't sure. He was just guessing. So I'm not going to put a lot of pressure on Adam for doing that. But
Adam, don't guess anymore.
Right.
You're not eligible for the prize. Adam. Did he really?
He said Matt Scraby didn't have to say it was the right answer. I guess you're right.
Yes, I guess the two of you kind of conspired
well,
to give that
take
away.
this so seriously.
I know you
because
do.
People like to jump the line. They get in my DMs being all nice, and then when I give it away to someone else, they're mad at me. It's crazy.
Well,
so what's the new question?
I can't find a good question. That's the best one out there. Who's the Boston Red Sox all-time leader in RBIs? There you go.
Oh.
First person with the correct answer. Do you want me to write it down for you in the chat? You can go look at the answer. Don't worry. No one else will see it.
This is so funny to me.
Oh, my goodness.
I actually appreciated Adam for that.
I don't. Because I had to come up with another.
I thought you were in a good mood.
I was in a good mood. I have to come up with another question now because
I got it.
Adam gave the answer away. All right, 833-288-0973. You get one call, one guess. Who's the all-time leader for the Red Sox and runs batted in? You name that, you'll go see the Red Sox and the Padres. While everybody's working on that, Scraby, and before we break down the game last night, you got to stop in awe of one thing that happened last night in that baseball game.
Ramon Laureano?
You absolutely have to stop in awe. No, not Ramon Laureano. What did he do? Get 2 triples? I've seen that before.
He went 3 for 6. He kind of helped win the game.
He had a very good game. I've seen guys have a very good game before. I have never, nor have you, seen a ball player hit a 104-mile-per-hour pitch out of the ballpark.
It's never happened in the StatCast era.
Well, so that's what I was in awe of.
That is,
sorry,
I felt the same way.
I know it happened for the other team, but that was a jaw-dropping moment.
It was.
The ball came in at 103.8 miles per hour. It's one of the fastest pitches ever thrown. And Lourdes Gurriel just hit it. He hit it out at 108 or 9 miles an hour. That was insane. That was incredible. And, if anybody wants to say, well, we can't count on Mason Miller. Okay, you're right. We can't. But look, if somebody's going to hit a 104-mile-an-hour fastball, more power to them, number one. Number two, it's a reminder. No matter who you are, no matter how hard you throw, can't lay the ball in there right down the middle. These are big league hitters. That was insane. That was impressive. That was somewhat awesome had it not tied the game and forced the Padres to really sweat out a victory. But fortunately, they got the victory last night. And as we said, going into the game, Scrape, the Padres do seem like they're having a season in which when they kind of need to win a game, they seem to win it. and they were able to come through last night. Robert Suarez gets huge props for this win last night.
Yes.
He got out of the bottom of the ninth inning with runners in scoring position. And then, of course, you take over in the 10th inning. He can't make any mistakes because already the tying run's in scoring position because of the ghost runner, and he shuts the door in the 10th. So, they don't win this without Suarez doing what he did in the 9th and the 10th. And then, look, you're right. Laureano had a great game, 2 triples, 3 hits. What do you got? 4 RBIs, 3 RBIs. Laureano's been great. He honestly has been. The Padres scored 10 runs. They're not going to lose that ball game, but they got 5 of them in extra innings. Jackson Merrill extended, right, to a 7-game streak with an RBI.
He sure did.
He's only 2 short of the club record in that category. It's a bit of an arbitrary category, but a category nonetheless. And look, the Padres have scored 4 or more runs in 8 of their last 9 games. It's not an upset as to why they've won almost all those games. When the Padres score 4 or more runs, Scraby, they're 45-16. They're nearly 30 games over 500. So just keep scoring 4, and I'll take my chances. They might lose a game here and there, but they're going to win most of them. So just keep putting up offense. Laureano's been great. Cronenworth is starting to, come through better, I think, in that 7 spot. Seems a little more comfortable for him. Machado continues to be, on fire. And the Padres last night made a lot of productive outs. A lot of productive runs were scored. Ground balls, fly balls, sacrifice flies, moving runners, that kind of stuff.
Yep.
Because other than Bogart's solo home run, they didn't really have any blast in the game.
No.
But they kept it going, kept the line moving. Good team win last night. And they have a chance today to pick up ground in the wild card on the Reds because the Reds have already lost. Dodgers are leading the Cardinals 3-1. They're in the bottom of the 4th in L.A. We'll keep an eye on that. You call in. Red Sox all-time RBI leader. We'll tell you who it was unless Adam tells you first. And a chance to win tickets to see the Padres and Red Sox getting us started here on Gwynn and Chris.
These things, it even tells you, hey, there's a canyon over here, don't hit it here.
Scraby from about 45 feet. His caddy tells him to play it a little to the right. He's been playing well so far today. 4th hole, nice smooth delivery. Hit it too hard.
Sasquatch.
So Chris says that he can't play golf, but this is the second birdie putt he's made for us. This time it was like 20 feet.
Thank you very much, Greg. But once again, you're hitting some very nice shots as well. I'm not used to complimentary to you, but I can't help but be complimentary. Your shot making today.
With my what?
Your shot making. You hit some.
things. It even tells you, hey, there's a canyon over here. Don't hit it here.
Scraby from about 45 feet. His caddy tells him to play it a little to the right. He's been playing well so far today. Fourth hole. Nice smooth delivery. Hit it too hard.
Sasquatch. So Chris says that he can't play golf, but this is the second birdie putt he's made for us. This time it was like 20 feet.
Thank you very much, Greg. But once again, you're hitting some very nice shots as well. I'm not usually complimentary to you, but can't help but be complimentary. Your shot making.
With my what?
Your shot making. You hit some.
These things. It even tells you, hey, there's a canyon over here. Don't hit it here.
Scraby from about 45 feet. His caddy tells him to play it a little to the right. He's been playing well so far today. Fourth hole. Nice smooth delivery. Hit it too hard. The lawyer, Adam Klug, came into the station, or into the studio, and defended the fact that he really didn't give away the answer to the trivia question. He said he was just guessing. Put the blame squarely on you, Scraby, for telling everybody that he gave away the answer. So we may have to discuss this in the sports court. Luckily, we have a sports court later on today. Who should get the ultimate blame for giving away the answer to the trivia question, forcing the host to come up with a backup question?
Because that is just the toughest thing in the world. From a guy who makes trivia questions every single day.
The answer to the second question, the one which got the tickets, was Carl Yastrzemski. He's the all-time RBI leader, ahead of Ted Williams. Probably know who's third. David Ortiz.
Oh, big
Some pretty good names on that Red Sox RBI list. Jim Rice would be fourth. But Carl Yastrzemski was the answer. The listener was Jonathan, and he got it right. And he said he was flipping a coin because he wasn't sure if it was Yaz or Ted Williams. But you made the right call, Jonathan. Enjoy the Red Sox-Padres game Saturday night. Everybody else stop calling. And if nothing else, stop texting or tweeting the correct answer to Scraby because he's getting angry again.
I'm not angry. I just think it's funny that we give specific instructions, but it's like
people don't follow. You know this.
I'll get a DM. Hey, can't get through on the phones, but here's the answer. Like, what? That's not part of the instructions. If anybody knows anything about me, I follow.
I got an idea. Next time we'll give it away to the first person who DMs you with the correct answer, but they have to try to get through on the phone first and say that they couldn't get through. I'm just kidding. Because that's what they're going to do anyway.
I know.
U.S. Open golf champion J.J. Spaun, our honored guest, coming up in about 20 minutes. Gwynn and Chris at 2:20. Padres over the D-backs in extra innings last night, 10-5. Game 3 tonight, and the debut of left-hander Nestor Cortes for San Diego. this evening. We should point out that Shohei Ohtani today, I know that we're not ever allowed to say anything nice about a Dodger, but 4 innings on the mound, no walks, 8 strikeouts, and oh, by the way, a 2-run homer, his 39th of the year, and the 1,000th hit of his career. So an okay day so far for Shohei. Dodgers lead the Cardinals 3-1. They're in the top of the 5th inning. Dodgers begin play 3 games ahead of the Padres in the NL West. Ramon Laureano, 8 for 18. That's 4.44 batting average. Scrape.
I like it.
And he's got 4 extra base hits out of all of that. Knocking runs in. He did drop a fly ball last night. And by the way, this is an argument that just keeps falling on deaf ears. That was not a double. It was ruled a double. And the run came around to score, and that goes on Yu Darvish's ERA. But Ramon Laureano or any left fielder who plays Major League Baseball would tell you they should catch that ball easily. And he didn't. He closed his glove too soon. It bounced off the glove. It happens. That's an error. They didn't call it an error, but that's neither here nor there. Laureano's playing, hitting and playing great so far. The Padres continue to survive at this really, really high rate of excellence, despite the fact that a couple of guys, one in particular, continues to scuffle. Now, I'm going to bring up the first guy, Xander Bogaerts, who he's taken so much heat this year. I don't feel like piling any more on him. And he homered last night, and he's been hot the last 2 months.
There should be no complaints from him other than that throw last night.
Yeah, that wasn't a great throw. And the second one wasn't any better.
No.
Luis Arraez saved him on that second one. But Xander Bogaerts bats 5th. That is prime position to come up with runners on base and in scoring position. And maybe Mike Schilt needs to rethink it. Xander Bogaerts for the season is hitting 152 with runners in scoring position. He's got 28 RBIs into 105 at bats. That's not going to work. And eventually that may catch up with you. I don't know if I need to drop him to 7th. I don't know if I need to bat him elsewhere. I don't know that 152 for your 5th place hitter is the way to go. I hate to be, look, everybody thinks things are going great right now. They are going great. Doesn't mean they can't be better. And I'm looking at that. Somebody pointed out to me, I had to look it up because I couldn't believe it, but it's true. 152. He's got a 490 OPS. He's hit 2 home runs with runners in scoring position. I wouldn't mind that, again, if he's batting 7th, but he's not. He's batting 5th. The other guy that's got to get going is Fernando. Fernando Tatis Jr. is starting to walk a lot.
Yeah.
Isn't that great? But
yes,
Fernando Tatis Jr. is not one of the highest paid players in the game to do a Juan Soto impression. Fernando Tatis Jr. is one of the highest paid players in the game because he should be dominating games. Well, Fernando has 0 RBIs since July 26th. That's 10 days. He has 4 home runs since my wife's birthday. And her birthday is Memorial Day. We have passed the 4th of July. We're creeping up on Labor Day. Fernando's our guy. He's going to play right field great. He's going to win the Gold Glove. Hopefully he's going to, get it going at some point. Even when he's had this latest run, it's all been singles. It's been the kind of stuff that doesn't do the damage that I think Fernando Tatis Jr. should be doing.
I agree.
And, if he doesn't have a lot of RBIs, you're going to say, well, because he bats after the bottom of the order. Well, I don't know. He batted with the bases loaded last night. You can't tell me that in the last 10 games, Fernando hasn't had a chance to drive in a run. I think he actually did drive in. No, did he? I want to go back now. Did he get a sac fly last night? No, he didn't. Okay. But he did get an RBI last night. It was ground out. Fernando Tatis Jr., I'm waiting for him to become what I think of him as. I don't mean to, again, you can say, well, you're never happy. That's not true. I'm usually the one in here that's trying to cheer everybody else up. I'm just saying the team's playing well right now. They're scoring runs. They're winning games. They got all these new players. Everybody's excited. But, there's a couple areas here that need to be cleaned up.
He has a 276 career average.
Fernando?
He's hitting 261 this year. So he's 15 points below his career average. Maybe this is just who he is.
Well, what do you mean?
Maybe this is the type of Fernando we're going to get. The year he hit 42 home runs, he had 282. He had a 975 OPS.
Yeah, 975. This is 798.
Oh, I know.
He's 200 points lower than that.
Last year he had a pretty good season, 276. He had an 833 OPS. Ever since that one season, Chris, he hasn't reached those numbers since.
Well, here's what I don't want to say. The 3 powerhouse seasons that Fernando had all came before 2022.
Yeah.
I'm not going to need to say any more than that. You can extrapolate the rest of it out yourself. I'd like to see if you're not going to hit the 42 home runs ever again, we need to get back to some slug, though. Some doubles, some triples. We need to be, even more aggressive on the bases, making things happen. Fernando Tatis Jr. is too good of an athlete to go 1 for 4 with a single and not have an impact on the game. And, that's all. And should he have been on the All-Star team this year? I can't really think of anybody who really thinks that he should have. So, sorry, I don't mean to pick on him because I love Fernando like you do, but I'm expecting more the last 6 weeks. And the Bogarts thing is something to keep an eye on because I think batting 5th for the one guy that's not driving in runs probably isn't the best strategy, is it?
I mean, maybe you move Laureano down to 5th now because Laureano's hot.
Maybe.
I mean, I can't find fault with Xander Bogaerts because we watched him struggle for 3 months,
and he's been incredible. His average and everything's been great the last 2 months. I just can't believe that he's hitting 152 with a chance to drive in runs. That's not going to work.
That's not going to work. I wonder how much of that was of him coming out of his slump.
Probably most of it, but even with his hot streak, he's still there.
I mean, I remember him coming to bat with the bases loaded on, and I was like, I could walk out of the room right now because nothing's going to happen. He's going to hit it to the third baseman. He's going to have a slow roller somewhere. But now he's in for power. He's hitting the ball hard. He's just not driving in the runs. But they're winning, Chris.
I know. But will they continue winning? I think you have to look at stuff. I don't think you can just sit back when they're winning and say all is right in the world. That's the quickest way to a losing streak, in my estimation.
I don't disagree with you there.
Keep looking around. Keep tinkering. Keep trying to get better.
Put Laureano down to 5th, maybe even 4th. Move Jackson into 5th. I'm ready for Laureano to be.
Laureano might be going. As a matter of fact, before we get back from this homestand, which is tomorrow, so they better hurry, make a little room next to Tony's statue out there in the park in the park. Ramon Laureano. Get him up there.
I was thinking about that. Manny's probably going to have a statue one day. It's going to get crowded there in a few years.
But Laureano's going to have one before Manny keeps this up. Gwynn and Chris is underway. Congrats to our ticket winners. We do have more tickets to give away as long as the phones don't break. So stick around. More Gwynn and Chris and JJ Spaun. I'm really excited about this. The U.S. Open golf champ when we come back. par. That golfer joins us in just a couple of minutes. Welcome back to Gwynn and Chris. Crisello, Tony Gwynn Jr. idle today. Matt Scraby alongside here in the Odyssey Palace Studios this hour. On 97.3 The Fan, brought to you by Staples. Calling all parents and teachers out there. At Staples, your back-to-school budget is officially saved by the button. The easy button, with supplies as low as 25 cents, plus laptops up to 40% off, and more deals on top brands and trending styles. Find it all at Staples. Whew, that was easy. I wonder, though, do they have Staples? Yeah, they have those too.
Staples is like, there's a guy in San Diego who keeps bringing up our old tagline.
Bringing up the old tagline because I like it. Quick news for the Padres in the player department. Martin Maldonado has officially been released. I would imagine, Mike Schilt has his way. Maldonado will be sitting next to him in the dugout as a bench coach before too long.
I agree.
Infielder, outfielder Tyler Wade has been sent outright to AAA El Paso. That means once again, Tyler Wade was not claimed by any team. Honestly, he's better than guys on other teams. I'm shocked that no one sees fit to pick up Tyler Wade whenever the Padres have to DFA him.
I'm shocked too.
I really am.
There's not one. The Rockies couldn't use Tyler Wade.
The Rockies have actually 26 guys better than him. Find that a little hard to believe. But anyway, Tyler's back in the Padre organization. Speaking of Tyler Wade, we were looking, as I said, at runners in scoring position. Batting, Tyler Wade this year was 8 for 28 with 9 RBIs. So he was a guy that came through with runners in scoring position when he was on the club.
So my MVP still with the organization.
That's why you voted for him for MVP.
He just can't go away.
At the midseason mark. He is still around. That's right, Tyler Wade. Dodgers still up 3-1. Cardinals batting in the top of the 6th inning. And speaking of those Rockies, by the way, they I think they lost 15-1 on Monday. 10-4 yesterday, 12-1 they're losing today. Assuming this result holds up, this will push the Rockies past the minus 300 mark in run differential. Ooh. And there's still, 6 weeks to go?
Yeah.
The all-time record is minus 345.
Oh, they got this.
In the history of the sport.
Oh, they got this.
You got to go back to the 1932 Red Sox for that one. Minus 345. The Rockies are well on their way. Our friends, the Cleveland Spiders of 1899, though?
Yes, I love them.
We talk about them often. They were minus 723. Oh, but that's not modern baseball.
Minus 7.
How do you even do that?
That means you're getting beat by like 20 runs no,
but
there's math I could be doing. But
you could be doing it, but you're not in the mood. I don't blame you. JJ Spaun is a guest that I really wanted to get on our show since he won the U.S. Open. It was an unbelievable moment, even if you weren't an Aztec. It was as thrilling a moment as there's been in sports this year. And we finally caught up with him this morning after he played a practice round in Memphis. And I enjoyed this, and I'm pretty sure you will too. Always great to have an Aztec for Life on the program, especially when that Aztec for Life happens to be the reigning U.S. Open golf champion, JJ Spaun, joining us here for a few moments. And just finished up a round, I understand, this morning. And where Memphis you are for the FedEx, yes?
Hey, Chris. Yes, I'm out here in Memphis, Tennessee for the FedEx St. Jude playoffs. So yeah, it's a nice start to the playoff series here, and I'm happy to be here.
So how'd your day go? How was your round? I'm curious, how do you feel about just kind of a ho-hum round of golf on a Wednesday? How do you break it down?
Yeah, typically Wednesdays are our pro-am days. So we play 9 holes with a bunch of sponsors and people that support the tournament. So it's good to get out there and not only meet all the people that help make this event possible, but also another chance to see the course the day before we play. So it's another good way to prepare for the week.
Do you like a 3 under, 2 under? Do you break it down at all, or do you not put a whole lot of stock in a day like today? Like for me, this would be like the event of a lifetime. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, today's more of kind of grooving whatever you're working on, trying to get a feel for the course and how it's playing. Yeah, some guys, want to put a score together, take it more seriously. But for me, it's still more like a practice round for me. It's a 9-hole pro-am, so I usually play the opposite side in the Tuesday practice round, and then I'll see the side on the pro-am that I'm not playing. So it's just another chance to get a look at the course.
Well, the FedEx Cup does start this weekend in Memphis, and because J.J. Spaun has had such an incredible year, runner-up at the Players Championship, of course, the reigning U.S. Open champ, you come in 8th in the FedEx Cup standings. A pretty good year. I guess this is an obvious question. I was trying to avoid making it obvious, but how has your life changed since that Father's Day when you won the U.S. Open?
Yeah, it's completely changed. I think the biggest thing that I've taken away from it is that I have so much opportunity now, a lot more than I could ever imagine. I have the opportunity to represent the United States at the Ryder Cup. I have a 5-year exemption. I get my job guaranteed for 5 years. It's just everything has been solved by playing good golf. And, I've worked so hard to be put in this position, and I'm just grateful to kind of take advantage of it now.
I think, obviously all Aztec fans, right? Everybody in San Diego was so excited and watching and the whole thing and winning this thing. But I think you're an easy guy to root for just for the general everyday, guy, because you did not come up, with everything going your way. You had to earn everything you got. Going back to before San Diego State, you were hardly even recruited before you got here. Talk a little bit about your journey. Talk a little bit about what San Diego State meant to you and the opportunity that, the Aztecs gave you.
Yeah, I wasn't really, groomed to be a professional golfer, I guess you can say. I didn't have the means to play these elaborate, high-end junior events that kind of give kids the exposure to get, recruited by collegiate teams. So I just played small local events. I qualified for the U.S. Junior 1 year, and that's where I met the head coach at San Diego State, Ryan Donovan, and he kind of saw a diamond in the rough and gave me the chance to walk on. And I wasn't going to get any money to play there, but he was giving me a spot on the team, and I still had to earn it. We had 12 guys on the team, and only 5 traveled to tournaments and play. And he said, if you qualify, that's the only way you're going to get into these tournaments. And I won the first qualifier, and then was kind of off and running there through the Aztecs. But it just ended up being such a great fit. Having such a great coach and program behind us, and a really good team as well. It was a place where we all thrived, and I think that's really where I started to see my potential and kind of blossom as a player, learning a lot more about golf and how to play certain courses. It was a huge part of my development there at San Diego State.
Yeah, we are so excited to have J.J. Spaun with us, and excited that he's the U.S. Open champion, getting ready for the FedEx Cup playoffs. They start this weekend in Memphis. That's where he is. You can watch all of the coverage, not only this week, but the next few weeks. NBC, Golf Channel, Peacock will be tuning in. J.J., what kinds of things, looking back when you got to San Diego State, did you think you had to focus on to be a better golfer? What kinds of things got you from there to here?
I think the biggest thing was probably my putting and short game. I was pretty solid off the tee from tee to green, but learning how to make those 3 to 5 footers to really save strokes was huge. So I remember my last couple years when I really started to get better, as a player. I was spending way more time on the putting greens, hitting multiple 3 to 5 footers every day, just trying to dial in the feel of getting the ball in the hole. And I think growing, course management wise, that was huge. Just understanding misses and understanding how to play certain angles and pin placements was big. So I think that just kind of came with experience of playing collegiately on those tough courses.
You know, all of us could listen to that advice because I don't know how many 3 to 5 footers I leave out there each week. It's incredible how much better your score is when you make all of those for you and for the rest of us. You know, a lot of people, when they were talking about your career, and it took 9 years from when you became a pro, turned pro, and got your card, you know, to winning the U.S. Open. So again, this didn't happen overnight. And a lot of people, you know, were saying you were tough on yourself. You were your toughest critic out there, and people said, you know, you needed to learn how to be okay with, you know, having a bad shot, a bad round. How accurate was that, and how tough was that for you to kind of get through?
Yeah, very accurate. I definitely, I feel like my attitude, if I were supposed to give myself a grade on my attitude this year, it'd probably be an A. I feel like that's been the component where, you know, it's easy to get frustrated, it's easy to get angry. I feel like I need to hit every shot perfectly, and when I don't, I usually would kind of get really mad. And next thing you know, that leads into the next shot, and then you end up making a poor decision or a poor swing, and then that costs you another shot. So I think learning how to let things go out there on the golf course has been a huge attribute to my success this season.
Yeah. And again, very good advice for all of us weekenders. Let the shot go, get on to the next one. You know, it kind of goes hand in hand. All right. So this takes us to the U.S. Open. I held off asking about it as long as I could, but I'm so excited to talk about it. And it is interesting that the one thing that you felt like you had to overcome was probably the thing that challenged you the most on the final round. I mean, you got off to an incredibly unlucky start, including an approach shot that hit the pin and then somehow rolled about 90 feet away. So you kind of were face to face, with your demons in a lot of ways early in that round, right?
Yeah, totally. It was one of those things where you felt like you're trying to do everything right, and no matter how well you did it and how well you executed, it just wasn't working out. And you know, it felt like I was never going to make a par at that point. But honestly, the rain delay that came through was the biggest thing of the week for me. To just kind of get a little time out, you know, go inside for about an hour and a half and try to regroup and reset mentally. And that's what I did. I mean, my coaches were with me in the locker room. We were talking about it, and they said, you know, if you got here Monday morning and said you were going to be 4 shots back of the lead going into the last 10 holes of the U.S. Open, you would take that, right? I was like, yeah, of course. So they were trying to put it in perspective for me, and that kind of helped me shift, you know, my attitude or whatever I was thinking that felt like, you know, I was the victim all day, whereas, okay, I still have a chance to go get it if I just play a solid back nine. So, you know, it was a perfect little break to the day, and I went out and just ran with what I heard through my coaches mentally, and, you know, we ended out on top.
Yeah, if you haven't figured it out yet, we're talking to JJ Spaun, the reigning U.S. Open champion and Aztec for life. And all right, so you just said it. You were still down 4 with, you know, 9-10 holes to go. The odds of winning at that point probably aren't great, but you just buckled down. And the first putt you made was, I don't know, the 40-footer that went rolling downhill at about a half a mile per hour. Your thoughts as you struck that ball and watched it, because that seemed to be the turning point, it seemed, in your final round, that one there.
Yes. Yeah. It's hard to just even get birdie putts at Oakmont, but to convert one of the fastest putt on the course was a huge momentum shift. And then after that, it was like I just had this second gear that kind of kicked in, and everything just, my focus really zoned in, and I just felt, you know, so sharp with everything. And, you know, I played really well coming in, and that ended up, you know, winning me the tournament. But I mean, 4 shots, you know, over at a U.S. Open, that could be one whole swing, honestly. So 4 shots might sound a lot, you know, if you're maybe at a regular tour event or somewhere fairly easy to hang on to leads, but at a U.S. Open, nobody is safe.
We got to thank you for your shot on 17, your drive, because every one of us, weekenders on down the line, has thought, man, if I could just get everything on this one, maybe I could get it to the green. Now, for you, 300 plus probably is doable, but you still, under those circumstances, had to hit that ball, hit it flush, hit it right, and have the results you had. Let's talk about your mindset going into that shot and you know, your feelings as that thing took off down the fairway.
Yeah, it was a hole that was pretty good to me all week. I think I'm pretty sure I birdied it every day. I might have parred it one day.
Yeah.
But it fit my eye. It was a little cut shot off the left bunkers that kind of opens up that front right part of the green and access to, you know, the kind of angle of the green up to the back right. So I just felt really good on that hole all week long. And, you know, yeah, it was Sunday, the 71st hole, and, you know, no pressure, but I just tried to say, hey, this is just another tee shot that you like, you know, you like this tee shot. So go hit the shot, and fortunately executed it perfectly. I didn't realize how perfect it was until I, you know, heard the roars from the stands. But I think that was a really big tee shot because that also set me up for a nice positive image going into the 18th hole, that tee shot as well, which is really tough.
Yeah. The shot was incredible on 17. And, you know, look, from the angle we had watching on television, for a half a second, I thought it was going to just bounce right in. I mean, I thought it was almost on target. I thought he made this shot. You ended up with the birdie there. 18, the last putt. Truth be told, I'm sure you would say that having Hovland putt just before you and show you the line was probably a helped, but you still had to put 64 feet. That thing disappears into the cup. I'm just a weekend guy sitting on the couch. My wife was wondering, why did you just jump off the couch? I wasn't the only one. I'm sure it was happening all over the country, golf fans. I mean, and for yourself, what a moment. You can't replay it enough, I'm sure.
No, I'll never get sick of watching that putt. It was kind of the way it had to end, honestly. You know, with everything that was going on, the way the momentum was shifting, such a big event. It had to end that way, and I'm just happy that it was me that was ending it that way.
And of course, we're talking to the same guy who earlier said what you needed to work on in your game as a younger player was your 3 to 5 foot putting. Apparently the 64-foot putt was okay. Hey, JJ, we appreciate the time. Again, best of luck this weekend. FedEx St. Jude Championships in Memphis. They start tomorrow. JJ Spaun, by the time it's all over in a few weeks, you could be the FedEx Cup champion. Again, everybody can tune in. We'll be watching NBC Golf Channel, Peacock. Look, I'm so excited to have you on and just being able to root for a fellow Aztec and have you perform the way you did. Congratulations for that, and best of luck continuing forward. We appreciate you coming on here in San Diego.
Of course, Chris. Yeah, anytime. I appreciate it, man.
Thank you so much. All right, you heard what he said there, Scrabe.
Anytime.
Said anytime. So just call him whenever. Hey, thanks mostly, though. Adam Klug really did a lot of hustling work on that.
He did.
To help us get that interview with JJ Spaun. Not easy to get after he won the U.S. Open Championships, but appreciate him being nice enough to spend some time with us and do that interview. Turns out, apparently, Scraby, that it was the great Aztec in the sky that saved it for JJ Spaun in that final round.
That's crazy.
He talked about the rain delay being the big deal. Good old, I've always known that Aztec was up there. He's normally sleeping on the job. The great Aztec in the sky showed up for JJ there.
I was really surprised that he said that because a lot of guys hate rain delays. But I guess if you're playing bad and you can kind of calm your mind down, that would work.
He had 4 bogeys in the first 5 holes on the final round and then ended up winning it all.
That's crazy.
All right.
Good stuff, Chris.
Thanks. I really had fun with that. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll have more Gwynn and Chris coming right up hour number 2. pretty good here on a Wednesday. Glad you joined us. Crisello, Matt Scraby alongside in the Odyssey Palace studios. Tony Gwynn Jr., Idle. Dave Marcus reporting in from Phoenix, Arizona. Temperature outside Chase Field, where they are in the closed roof environment. They're indoors for tonight's ball game. But outside, Dave Marcus, what did he say, Scrabe?
119.
Oh, it feels good. 119 degrees.
He said they have a long walk from their rooms to the gym where they stay. And so on the way back, he said he was like having trouble getting back.
Who would even
said he
need
had a 10-minute walk outside.
Oh, that's
at 100 and probably at that point 115.
Here's a weird question, because I've walked in hot weather, also been in Fairbanks, Alaska when I was doing that and froze trying to walk a 10-minute walk.
Been there.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you two choices. You can freeze for 10 minutes on a walk in Fairbanks, or you can walk 10 minutes in 119 Phoenix.
This is an easy question.
Is it?
Yeah, it's easy because
which one you doing?
When I went to Minneapolis for the Super Bowl, the wind chill was like -15, and we had to walk 15 minutes from our hotel to the Mall of America.
It's horrible.
I've never been so cold in my life.
Not only that, I mean, it actually physically hurts.
It does.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter how many layers you wear.
No.
It's going to eat right through all of those layers.
It actually physically hurts to walk in that cold of weather.
I'd rather walk in 119.
I guess I would too. I have to go there, but I can't stand heat, humidity, that whole thing. I've always said I'd rather be cold, but maybe when it gets that extreme, I have to go with the
when
the
the wind chill's below zero,
yeah,
it's a whole different beast.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Coming from a guy who lives in San Diego.
Nestor Cortez will start it tonight for the Padres. We'll talk more about that game and the rest of what's going on here on a Wednesday in today's Daily Gambit. By the way, I've been red hot this week.
Yes, you have.
Do you like money?
I think about money a lot.
Do you like money without doing anything?
Winning.
Do you want to make money while watching sports?
I think Washington is immortal luck.
Washington! Woohoo! If you answered yes, this is your segment. Just don't blame us when you lose.
Nothing is ever your fault.
It's your game. Take it.
Gwynn and Chris go through the top bets of the day in the Daily Gambit on 97.3 The Fan.
Daily Gambit is our daily sports betting segment here on Gwynn and Chris. Please, everybody, gamble responsibly. Chris, people are saying that they would rather walk in the cold. I challenge these people.
Yeah, they probably just haven't.
I challenge you to walk 10 minutes in 15 below wind chill.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you change your mind.
You'd root for the buck 19.
Because the heat, you're going to sweat. It's going to be hot. But you could walk 10 minutes in 119.
I think the key word there is pain.
Pain
like
tolerance,
in the cold weather. No, in the cold weather.
Oh.
There's actual pain. It hurts to walk in that cold of weather.
Actually, you know what? I have a video of my trip to Minnesota that I'll put up, and it will
illustrate
how cold it really was.
Illustrate what you're talking about.
Yes. All right. Last night, the bets that we made, I don't even want to review my bets anymore because Chris has been so good at it.
Yeah, I had a good night. You did not. Let's just leave it at that.
All right. This hour, let me get this in first. This hour, 97.3 The Fan is brought to you by U.S. Wellness Meats. U.S. Wellness Meats offers 100% grass-fed beef, pork, poultry, wild-caught seafood, and more. Ship free from family farms. Get 20% off your first order at uswellnessmeats.com. Padres, over under 9 total runs last night with the Diamondbacks. You went over, I went under. And of course, it was 10-5, and it was 15 total runs. So Chris wins that one. Who pitches longer, Darvish or Nelson? Chris had a good theory about this. Diamondbacks don't care how long Ryan Nelson goes because they got nothing to play for. I said the Dodgers. The Padres definitely do. Nelson went longer, so you won that one. He went 5 2/3. Yu Darvish went 4, which Yu Darvish's outing was confusing.
Mixed bag.
Toronto and Colorado, over under 11.5 total runs. Both of us went over. Both of us were correct. It was 10-4, so there's 14. Dodgers minus 1.5 on the run line over the Cardinals last night. I chose the Cardinals. You chose the Dodgers. Dodgers won 12-6. Garrett Crochet over under 19 outs. Even I got this one wrong, and I love Garrett Crochet on my fantasy team. You said over, I said under. He had 21 outs. Bo Bichette over under 2.5 total bases. You went over, I went under. Finally, I got one of them. He only had 2 singles last night, so 2 bases.
That was my only loss of the day, man. I barely missed it.
Fever minus 2.5 at the Sparks. Sparks won 191. We both said Sparks. Wings at Liberty. Who scored more, Beckers or Ionescu? -5. We both went Beckers, and Beckers did score more. She had 21, and Ionescu had 9 minus that 5 is 4.
Good recap. I am 12-2 for the week. So believe that and maybe take advantage of it on today's picks. You're 6-8, which is not terrible.
No, it's terrible.
It's just not 12-2.
I love it. I hate that. No, nothing. Go ahead.
Dodgers still lead 3-2. Cardinals, they're in the bottom of the 7th in L.A. Tonight, Padres -1.5 at Arizona. I'll let you go. Got to win by 2 if you're the Friars tonight.
Yep.
They've been winning by 2 lately when they've been winning. Remember, they had almost all season, every game was decided by 1 run. That hasn't been the case lately.
That's true.
We'll see. What you got?
Nestor Cortez is going to have a good game. I'm going to say
Padres.
Yeah.
Padres win the series for sure. I'll take the Padres. Padres, Arizona, 9.5 runs. It's gone up a little bit. Again, I'm going to go under tonight.
I'm just going to follow the hot hand and go under.
Okay. We have Nestor Cortez, 4 3/4 outs, I guess is his over-under. What I mean is if he goes 4 2/3, he's under. If he goes 5, he's over.
So
you need under 5 innings to win the over bet.
Okay.
From Nestor Cortez. You think he goes the full 5, Scraby?
I'm confused because you've seen the Padres take guys out all year long.
They do, man.
But then they left JP
out.
Sears in there for 5. I don't think he goes 5 innings.
Under. I'm going to say over only because the Padres used all their relievers last night. They used them all. The only guy who didn't pitch out of the bullpen last night, I think, was Matsui. Everybody else pitched last night, right?
Yeah,
so,
that's true.
Rashawn Reynolds, he can use him tonight.
Oh, Mason Miller is available if Robert
these
Suarez.
guys are available.
Yeah.
No, these guys are available. I'm just saying he's not going to want to go to them as early as.
True.
So I'm going to say Cortez goes over.
Okay.
Boston Red Sox are coming here this weekend. They're currently on a 7-game win streak.
Great.
They're home to Kansas City tonight, -1.5. Dustin May makes his Red Sox debut. Michael Wacha, former Padre, goes for the Royals. I'd have to look up that.
I'm going to look that up.
Take a quick look. I'm going to go with Wacha. Keep it close for Kansas City tonight.
He's 5-9, 3.38 ERA, 1.16 WHIP, 95 Ks.
Those numbers are good.
Outside of the record,
the WHIP and the ERA are both very good for Wacha this year.
So what did you go with?
I went with Wacha. Took the 1.5.
Took the Royals. Dustin May is very angry at the Dodgers for trading him, and I feel like he is hell-bent on being as good as he can be. So I'm going to go Red Sox.
Red Sox. Now, the Red Sox win. They'll come with an 8-game win streak, but the Mets came with a 7-game win streak last week, and we know what happened there. So bring it on. All right, Spencer Strider's pitching tonight. You remember that guy?
I do.
Yeah. Where's he been this year? 5-8 with a 3.71.
Well aware.
He's got 92 strikeouts, which is okay, but not Spencer Strider-like.
The Braves are the team this year that
everything's
just
gone
been terrible.
And tonight, Strider's facing this runaway Milwaukee Brewer team, who are 3 games ahead of the rest of baseball. Who do you like here? Strider, 6.5 Ks. Over, under. I'm going to say over, but I'm not feeling great about it.
I'm going to say over, too, because he does get his Ks.
Still gets his Ks. All right, we got a little tennis tonight in Cincinnati. Really good matchup. I don't bring these up, but a semifinal, not in Cincinnati, I'm sorry, in Montreal, north of the border, Canadian Open. But it's a good semifinal. Taylor Fritz, Ben Shelton, 2 Americans meeting in the semifinal. Fritz is favored by 1.5 games.
Ooh, that's nothing.
Scraby. Going with our guy, Fritz?
Going with Shelton.
Because Fritz won't get back to us and come on the show. The thing is he probably doesn't even know we've been trying to get him on.
And I stopped trying.
I know. He's shielded by so many people, you can't even get to Taylor Fritz. All right, just for fun, I'm taking Shelton too.
So we definitely bet with our heart.
We're betting with our hearts there. Las Vegas beat Golden State 101-77 on Sunday. Same two teams tonight, but it's at Golden State. The Valkyries get 5.5 points.
Wow.
They have not been playing well. Las Vegas wins on the road and covers. Scrape?
Last time I chose the Valkyries, they lost, so I'm going to go Aces.
You're going to Las Vegas. All right, there's our picks for today. Come on, get over the fence. No, ground ball, base hit. All right. Well, I thought he was. It looked like I looked up and the Cardinal guy swung the bat, and I looked at the outfield, and I thought he was running back with his head up in the air, but he absolutely was not. He was going over to pick up a ground ball single. So a single's okay. Cardinals get the tying run on, trailing 3-2 in the 8th. More Gwynn and Chris coming up. We got to check a little traffic at some point during this break. Stick around for that. Sports Court is coming up soon and still ahead. Another chance to win Red Sox Padres tickets. So, don't go too far. Gwynn and Chris bringing it on until about 5:30 tonight on 97.3 The Fan. right, big doings here on Gwynn and Chris today. Appreciate you joining us. Chris L. Matt Scraby alongside in the Odyssey Palace studios. If you missed it, we had our interview with J.J. Spaun, the reigning U.S. Open golf champion. You can hear it on our webpage. If you missed it, 97.3thefansd.com. Where else can you hear that, Scrabe? There's a lot of ways to access that nowadays.
I am in the process of putting it up on YouTube. If you just search 97.3 The Fan in about 10 minutes or so.
Okay. All right. So plenty of ways to hear it if you missed it. So check it out. It was good. If I do say so myself. Cardinals still batting in the air. Keeping an especially close eye in this game for some reason, Scraby. I guess I'm really just, hoping for a little help here from the Redbirds. They got 2 on in the 8th inning, trailing the Dodgers 3-2. Padres later tonight in Arizona, where according to our weatherman Dave Marcus, it's 119 degrees.
Ugh.
So if they didn't have the indoor ballpark there, would they even play this game? Would they be able? I don't remember. Arizona's always had it's the same stadium they've always had, right?
Yeah.
It was the Bob, and then it became Bank One Ballpark, then it became Chase Field. But they didn't. I don't know that they always did. They always have the retractable roof.
Yes, I believe
all the way
so.
back to 1990, whatever. Okay,
I believe so.
Okay,
I know that they can't really open the roof.
Well, they're not going to open it tonight. Not with 119.
I'm trying
degrees.
to think. Would they play that? I don't know that
I don't think
would.
they could play. I think someone somewhere would say that's just not a healthy situation.
And I agree with it.
So, all right, a couple of things going on in baseball today. A lot of day games. One of them, Toronto has finished off a sweep of the Rockies. Oof. They won 14-1 on Monday, 10-4 yesterday, 20-1 today.
That's bad. And I thought the Rockies were getting better.
It seemed like they were. They've been winning some games. But Ty France frolicked today at Coors Field. 4 for 4, 4 runs scored. Bichette had 4 RBIs. Anyway, you get the idea.
I do. 20-1.
Blue Jays finish off a sweep of the Rocks, a series in which they scored 44 runs.
That's crazy.
In 3 games. Coors Field or not, that's impressive.
That is impressive.
Yeah. The other thing today was in New York. Cleveland Guardians right-hander Gavin Williams, no-hitter into the 9th inning, 1 out, leading 4-0. So the game pretty much already determined. But, of course, Juan Soto spoils the celebration. Solo home run. Soto hit just over the center field wall. Some Met fans, I don't know if they like Juan Soto or not. He's on their club. They got to root for him. But he's smiling as he comes around the bases. I just think that rubs me the wrong way. I know I'm an anti-Juan Soto guy in general. But wouldn't that rub you the wrong way? You lose the game. You're good for Soto. He hit a home run. He broke up the no-hitter. But is that smile worthy?
I think.
Do you know what I mean? Or am I just being too harsh because it's Juan Soto?
I think that's more what it is. I think because we see it all the time. But I will say this: you are pretty consistent because when that Marlins dude hit the home run,
Sanchez against the Padres.
Yeah, you were going in on him. So
well, I just Sanchez's home run at least gave his team the lead. See, I'm old man when it comes to winning the game. Now, I'm not saying Juan Soto shouldn't be up there trying to hit a home run, and he did, and he breaks up a no-hitter. No team wants to get no-hit. I just don't know if I can smile because I'm still 2 outs away from losing the game, which is what I ended up doing.
Yeah.
That's the difference between this home run and the one you're talking about, where Sanchez is dancing around like an idiot. But at least, when he danced around like an idiot, he gave his team the lead, and it turned out to be the winning hit in the game. So at least there was something to celebrate. I know I'm old school on that, but
No, I can remember Fernando. I can't remember specific games or anything, but I can remember him hitting a home run late that didn't really matter, and he was very subdued around the bases.
I think he should be a little more subdued if your home run cuts the lead to 6-2, right?
Yeah.
You didn't, it's a big difference from a home run giving you a 7-6 lead.
It is true.
Anyway, Soto broke up the no-hitter in New York. Guardians go on to sweep the Mets. The Mets now, after they had been, and this is baseball, typical, but what with the Mets when they came here had won 7 in a row, right?
Yes.
Well, they've lost every game since then, and now the Padres at the moment have a better record than the Mets do. So things change quickly. Mets did not lose ground in their division today. Phillies were beaten by the semi-resurgent Orioles, although the Orioles are still nowhere near contention.
No, they're resurging though.
No, I said they've been doing better.
Yeah.
But it's probably too late for them.
Did you know Ramon Laureano didn't have any triples in his time with the Orioles, and he's had 2 and 22 at-bats with the Padres?
He had 2 and 3 at-bats last night.
That's true.
Yeah. Laureano's been quite the revelation. You did a little bio on him, and I think it's pretty good, Scrabe. You're talking about a guy that has never had this kind of success. Oh, my goodness. The Dodgers are looking like the circus just came to town.
Why?
Jordan Walker gets an RBI single to tie the game in the 8th inning. Dodgers throw to third base to try to cut down the base runner there. Runner is safe. Third baseman, it wasn't Muncy. He's not in there. Third baseman throws to second to try to get the batter and throws it into right field. So 2-run score on a base hit. Big error made by the Dodgers. Cardinals.
Who's number 76? Why do they have so many guys in their 70s?
Yeah, I didn't even know who that is. Yeah, Dodgers have some guy number 75 over there at third base, throws the ball away. Cardinals have taken a 4-3 lead. Not unhappy about that development at all.
Not at all.
And I'm also not unhappy about the development with Ramon Laureano. So let's talk a little bit about this guy. He's from the Dominican Republic, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's drafted by the Astros out of the baseball powerhouse, Northeastern Oklahoma A&M. Go figure.
I'm guessing they are the Aggies.
Okay, that's probably a good guess, right?
What is it? Northeastern Oklahoma?
A&M. Yes, don't forget the A&M part of it. Laureano debuts in 2018, 4 years after he's drafted with the A's. Now, with the A's, Laureano had a season best 288, 24 home runs in 2019. That's before COVID. Since COVID, Ramon Laureano has been no better than an ordinary player, Scrabe. You right?
It's true.
9 homers, 30 RBIs, 230 batting average, 240. Did have 11 homers in 24 last year, okay, but split between 2 teams. He was at Cleveland. He was with Oakland. He was with Atlanta. He's bounced around. Ramon Laureano's career OPS, 767, which is good, but it's nowhere near the 884 he has this year. He has exploded this year for the Orioles and the Padres. He's doing it for them too.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a 1091 for the Padres. I know it's a short sample size or small, 5 games, but Ramon Laureano has been fantastic. And, he's played every game. They didn't, I really did. I really thought when they acquired O'Hearn and Laureano from Baltimore, I thought O'Hearn was going to be the big guy. Laureano would be kind of the complimentary guy.
Yeah.
I thought we'd see Laureano more against lefties. I thought we'd see O'Hearn almost every day. It's been the opposite of that. Laureano has played every day. O'Hearn has, been in and out, only played a couple of games. And Laureano has certainly delivered.
He has.
So
I love that guy. He's like He like fits into the Padres hitting philosophy perfectly.
I saw you tweet that out, and my first thought of that was, where did you come up with the knowledge to even tweet that out?
Because their philosophy.
But I agreed with you.
Okay, because their philosophy is hit the gaps, keep the line moving, and that's exactly what he does. And he plays hard. Luis Ariz said after the game he feels like he's been playing with this guy for years now. He loves him. He's a perfect Padre.
Nothing not to love. Somebody pointed out on Twitter also today that they were doing a third interview in the dugout with Dylan Cease last night. You know, the TV crew.
Yeah.
Cease was down in the dugout. They had the camera on Cease. The corner of the camera, you could see Laureano taking some practice swings in the dugout. He was getting ready to hit.
I love it.
Fans love that.
Yeah.
So
how can you not love that?
Yeah. Ramon Laureano making a big impact here in the early going for the Padres.
I have some updates.
You want to give them to us after the break? Because we
they're
got to get to the break.
Alex Freeland is the guy who just threw it into right field, number 76.
Thank you, Alex.
And Northeastern Oklahoma A&M is the Golden Norseman for men's sports, the Lady Norse for women's sports.
Golden Norseman.
Yes.
Really? Aggies would have been a lot easier.
It would. It's a lot shorter, that's for sure.
All right, Cardinals done there in the 8th, but they have taken a 4-3 lead over the Dodgers. LA coming up in the bottom of the 8th. Gwynn and Chris taking a break, then doing a little sports court. Look out. Could be in a crazy mood today.
Thank you for listening to 97.3 The Fan. Be back shortly. I would be back shortly if the thing will click. See, I'm clicking. I have no idea what's happening. It's not playing any commercials right now. Well, this is just great, everybody. Let me see if I could try to start another one. All right. Well, this is awesome. On the air right now with no help, and there are no commercials to be played. Actually, you know what I'm going to do, everybody? You're getting a real live thing right here. This is real live Matt Scraby. I'm going to have to restart Wide Orbit real quick, so goodbye, Wide Orbit. It's not even closing. I'm going to text Adam, and I'm going to say, Adam, I tried to go to break, and the commercials did not play, and the program won't shut down. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have to do some Control-Alt-Delete over here. Control-Alt-Delete. Okay, I got it. Task Manager. It's not coming up. There it goes. Task Manager came up, everybody. I have no idea. I'm way too generous with my stroke giving. Never mind.
Are you really?
Never mind.
Wait.
I did not mean for that to happen. I did not.
That sounds like a promo to me.
Scraby's giving out strokes. I can't wait to hear that one. I'm going to laugh for a while on that one.
Nate says, Scravy, maybe you should date her.
You might be a generous stroke giver, but I don't think she really wants to leave her boyfriend for that.
All right, that was good. In full disclosure, I'm reading this. Tony can't gather himself right now. That was a good one, Chris. That was a really good one. So I saw this at 7-Eleven, and I had to get it. It's called the One Chip Challenge. It was sitting there in the aisle, and I thought, why not? Because I am into spicy stuff. But this thing looks pretty hot. I'm not going to lie. It says a Reaper pepper and a Scorpion pepper. It's also in the shape of a coffin, which doesn't make me very happy about that. It doesn't make me feel good. Oh, extreme heat, it says. I'm going to try a little bit first, just so I don't die, I guess. That's the thing I'm saying. This looks... I don't even know if I should be eating this. It looks like it has mold or something, but let's see how hot it is. Let's go. There's a little bit of spice there. It's going. Oh, man. This is hot. Not that bad, though. I still have this side to go. It is getting hot. I'm not gonna lie. My mouth is like getting crazy. Now it's kicking in. I'm not sure if I'm gonna finish this. Honestly, it's getting serious. I gotta go with the milk. My mouth is dying right now. Yeah, this is not fun, guys. Never gonna do that again because my mouth is on fire. Thank you for listening to 97.3 The Fan. Be back shortly. I would be back shortly if the thing will click. See, I'm clicking. I have no idea what's happening. It's not playing any commercials right now. Well, this is just great, everybody. Let me see if I could try to start another one. All right. Well, this is awesome. On the air right now with no help, and there are no commercials to be played. Actually, you know what I'm going to do, everybody? You're getting a real live thing right here. This is real live Matt Scraby. I'm going to have to restart Wide Orbit real quick. So goodbye, Wide Orbit. It's not even closing. I'm going to text Adam, and I'm going to say, Adam, I tried to go to break and the commercials did not play, and the program won't shut down. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have to do some Control-Alt-Delete over here. Control-Alt-Delete. Okay, I got it. Task Manager. It's not coming up. There it goes. Task Manager came up, everybody. I have no idea. I'm way too generous with my stroke giving. Never mind.
Are you really?
Never mind.
Wait.
I did not mean for that to happen. I did not.
That sounds like a promo to me.
Scraby's giving out strokes. I can't wait to hear that one. I'm gonna laugh for a while on that one.
Nate says, Scravy, maybe you should date her.
You might be a generous stroke giver, but I don't think she really wants to leave her boyfriend for that.
All right, that was good. That was good. In full disclosure, I'm reading this. Tony can't gather himself right now. That was a good one, Chris. That was a really good one. So I saw this at 7-Eleven, and I had to get it. It's called the One Chip Challenge. It was sitting there in the aisle, and I thought, why not? Because I am into spicy stuff. But this thing looks pretty hot. I'm not going to lie. It says a Reaper pepper and a Scorpion pepper. It's also in the shape of a coffin, which doesn't make me very happy about that. It doesn't make me feel good. Oh, extreme heat, it says. I'm going to try a little bit first, just so I don't die, I guess. That's the thing I'm saying. This looks... I don't even know if I should be eating this. It looks like it has mold or something, but let's see how hot it is. Let's go. There's a little bit of spice there. It's going. Oh, man. This is hot. It's not that bad, though. I still have this side to go. It is getting hot. I'm not gonna lie. My mouth is like getting crazy. Now it's getting...
Gotta get our wigs on. Sports court time. Complete disaster. Going with the hat on the wig today.
Oh, I like it. Working. And it's all in the hair is all in your face.
I know. I'm in that kind of mood. We got sports court coming up. Gwynn and Chris.
You have to go on YouTube.
97.3. I got to see how ridiculous. Yeah, it's pretty stupid. But the hat looks good on there. I got to get the hair. Well, whatever.
Oh,
yeah. Go on YouTube if you're already close to a computer. Go on YouTube and watch this segment. Sports court. Going to take a look at some controversial topics in the sports or other worlds. And do our best to come up with solutions for you.
Someone stole our glasses.
Oh, yeah.
I can't find them anywhere. I put the wigs in the same spot. Or are they in here? I know you guys gavel.
No, I have the gavel. I had to get the gavel.
So we're missing some glasses. I got my little doily.
Okay. We're ready to go.
Yeah.
Let's do it. I've been keeping everybody up on this Dodger game, so I might as well keep doing that. Dodgers have a 2 outs, man on, bottom of the 8th, 4-3 Cardinals. Okay, let's go. Sports court it is.
Let's wait a second.
Oh, we don't have, okay. You want me to?
We're a little behind on the traffics today for some reason.
Traffics are a little late.
Yeah.
Are you ready for some football? You know I saw it today.
Are you ready for the football?
You know what I saw today?
What?
Roger Goodell interviewed.
Oh, great.
And of course, here's a couple things about ESPN now. Understand that ESPN now, owns the NFL network, right?
Yes.
They own
10%.
And they own the red zone and they own the rights to the red zone. And I'm going to give credit where it's due to Dan Patrick. I saw him say this. And I agree with him. So I'm going to give him the nod on this. I think the first thought by a lot of people is, wow, this means that ESPN and the NFL are kind of now
in bed
together.
That's what I kind of said yesterday.
And, are we really going to get fair coverage from ESPN when it comes to the NFL? Like, is ESPN ever going to say anything negative about the NFL? Dan Patrick's point was right. He said they're already in bed with the NFL.
It's true.
You know what I mean? ESPN already loves the NFL and kisses the NFL's butt. So this isn't going to necessarily change anything. So I think that's fair.
I'll trust Dan Patrick on his opinion on this.
Well, I'm going to give Dan, I'm going to go with Dan on that one. But the question that was asked by ESPN to Roger Goodell today was fair, and I liked it because I would have asked the same one. And it was, you guys got the red zone, or ESPN has the red zone. Is it going to change at all? That was the question. I'm quoting because I want to make sure we remember this in 2 years when they screw it up.
Yeah.
Roger Goodell said, absolutely will not change in any way, shape, or form the red zone.
Except for the commercials that they're going to put in there.
He didn't mention anything. I'm quoting Roger Goodell because I know in a year and a half when they go red zone, ESPN zone, or whatever they're going to call it, I think they're going to
keep it red zone.
They're going to screw it up somehow. Roger Goodell also made a point to say the great thing about it is that ESPN now owns the rights to the name Red Zone, so they can do college football Red Zone.
Oh, I can't wait.
They can do all kinds of stuff.
I have that in the Big Five, but I can't wait for that.
Right. Well, you have that. We'll talk more
I
about
love
that.
when big companies like ESPN just are able to spin off into a million things. And
honestly, I don't even need college football Red Zone because I only watch Red Zone for one reason and one reason only, and you do too, and so do you.
Fantasy football. And I don't know too many people who do fantasy college football. Maybe some, but not many. You're really locked in if you're doing college fantasy football.
Well, here's the other thing with college Red Zone. If you're going to do it, you got 70 games, right? How are you going to keep an eye on all of that? You're not.
No.
So, all right. But just remember the words that Roger Goodell spoke today. There will be no changes at all to Red Zone. I'm
Believe
calling
it when I see it.
Me too. I'm calling BS on this. All right. We got traffic?
Yep.
Let's go.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury, here's Kelly Danick.
Traffic is brought to you by the Oceanside Police Department, now hiring public safety dispatchers. Got a few problems here, guys. One of them is this crash on southbound 805, just past Mira Mesa Boulevard. Tow truck is on scene. Looks like that may be blocking the HOV lane. Also, collision Governor Drive at the South 805 and South 805 right before H Street. Accident involving a motorcycle. Everything's in the center divide. South 163, just past Genesee. Collision over the right shoulder, but watch out for some debris across lanes. The Oceanside Police Department is hiring public safety dispatchers, earning up to $87,000 a year. Lateral bonus is up to $11,000. 12-hour shifts, 3-day work weeks, paid holidays, benefits, and retirement. Apply at joinopd.net. And Kelly Danick with Gwynn and Chris, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3, The Fan.
Do you have a sports issue, San Diego? Do you need a third party to make a decision? The guys have put on their robes and picked up their gavels.
All rise. Here comes the judge.
Gwynn and Chris Sports Court starts now on 97.3 The Fan.
All right, so we got a lot of good topics. A couple
Honestly,
of them,
could you imagine walking into a courtroom and seeing a judge with his hair in front
No,
of his
they
face
said-
like this?
they said this is OB Chris. This is OB Chris.
Yeah, that would be a little crazy.
So we got
For
some
sure.
sports ones, we got some not sports ones, but
Okay, what do we
these are
have?
crazy. I got two of them actually from people here in town.
Okay.
So let's start with this.
Let's try to resolve the matters here.
Yes. I should say this first. If you love Mediterranean food, try Spiros for authentic Mediterranean cuisine in Coronado or La Jolla. For dining or takeout options, visit spiroscuisine.com. I have a major issue with my in-laws. My son is 3 years old and loves NFL football. His grandpa was a Chargers fan, and anyone who says they like the NFL, he now tells them they are stupid for supporting such a terrible organization like the NFL.
Okay.
Well, my son wants to go to an NFL game this year, and he loves Justin Herbert, so I thought it would be nice to take him to his first NFL game. His grandpa, my father-in-law, found out and keeps telling my son he shouldn't like the NFL, and he definitely shouldn't like the Chargers. I want to talk to him and tell him to stay out of our business, but I'm not going to do that without consulting the wife. Do I even bring this to the wife, or do I handle it on my own, Chris?
Wife's father. Sounds like
Yes,
his grandfather.
yes.
Leave it alone.
Leave it alone.
Wife's not going to go for you being critical of her dad. Having said that, somebody needs to tell this guy.
Stop being a loser.
Just leave. No kidding, man. I don't like the Chargers. I don't, want to give them any support. However, we're talking about a 3-year-old kid here who wants to love the NFL and go to a game. You absolutely should be able to take your son to any game that he wants to do.
Chargers or not.
When your son is old enough to understand everything that's happened, the Chargers left town, why, and everything happened, then your son, and I think this person's aware of that, but your son can make his own decision whether he wants to continue supporting them.
Yes.
But at this point, absolutely, this young man should be taken to the game. Grandfather should stay the hell out of the way, as most grandfathers should. There you go. I just ripped on all grandfathers out there.
No, I think there are a lot of grandfathers out there that are like, what is this guy doing?
Yeah, this
is not right. You should not be filling this kid's head with the NFL is bad and the Chargers are bad. Like, that is serving your purpose. Like, you are trying to get him to feel the way you do. And I honestly think this is...
I'm ruling against his grandfather, but I'm also telling the person writing in to just don't bring it up to your wife. It's just going to be a lot easier.
I really think that this grandpa is... he's a lot like the people that get in my DMs after we talk about the NFL. Move on. Move on, people. Stop telling people they can't watch Chargers football. Stop telling people they can't do or they can't be a fan of the NFL. If you don't want to be, that is fine. I don't tell you you're dumb because you think because you take your stand. Stop doing this. And this grandpa is bad. This is bad.
Bad grandpa.
I would tell my wife and I would be like, you go deal with it.
Bad grandpa. That sounds like a Robert De Niro movie.
It
I
is
actually
very,
think it is.
very, very terrible Robert De Niro movie. But I would have the wife deal with it.
All right, bottom line, final ruling, bad grandpa. Get out of our courtroom, grandpa.
Cards up 5-3, top of the ninth.
Good news, Greg. Good
All
news.
right, here's the next one. I'm dating this girl and things are great. I may even think she's the one. There's just one issue I've found so far, and knowing you guys, you're going to tell me to grow up. She loves the Padres. We go to games often, but there was one thing she does that I can't stand. And I haven't said anything, but I want to. Whenever a player comes up to bat and he's struggling, she has this thing where she has to yell the player's name and then say, woo, after.
Wait, this is our player?
Yes.
Okay. So when a Padre comes up.
I have an example.
All right.
So she swears it works, and it has a few times, but people are looking at her like she is crazy.
Yeah.
Because she'll say, Xander Bogaerts, woo! And she does this quite often.
Yeah.
I'm up first.
I just had it was like fingernails went across the chalkboard. Go ahead.
Am I making too big of a deal out of this? See, I'm a guy at a game. I don't like the person I'm with to be like a heckler or draw attention. I just like to go to the game and watch. I'm not going to yell anything at the players. I'm going to cheer when I need to cheer. Might boo when I need to boo, but I'm not someone who stands up and goes, Xander Bogaerts, woo!
Yeah, that hurts.
I
don't even know if she can make it as annoying as you've been making it.
I think if you like this girl, you bring it up in a soft way and then see if it changes. And then if it doesn't, then you just don't go to games with her anymore.
Here's the first thing you tell her. That despite her going, woo, or whatever she does, the hitter's going to get a hit or not get a hit regardless.
No, but she believes she gets it.
Well, tell her to stop believing that because she has no impact.
Okay.
Secondly, don't blame it on yourself. Blame it on the fact that the people who sit around you guys are starting to give weird looks and seemingly be a little bit perturbed by you yelling this, and see if that gets her the message. Other than that, I don't know. It might be time to leave this woman.
No,
she's crazy.
As a guy who has a really hard time fighting people, if you like someone,
right? I know he said this could be the one.
If you like someone, you're willing to accept this, I guess.
Well, okay, all right, I'll be more serious. If she is indeed the one, she should be able to handle a little
criticism,
soft criticism, which is all this is going to be. You're not going to be like, hey, you got to stop this, man. You're annoying the crap out of me. That isn't soft criticism.
August says, just gesture behind her back at the fans around you that she's had too much to drink. I think
this is a bit of a tough one. I think you try to let her down easy and you find out, whether she's indeed the one. I mean, if that upsets her so much, right, that it's going to change your relationship, then you probably don't have that strong a relationship in the first place.
And by the way, someone on the chat saying, get rid of the screaming women. But I wasn't saying even women. I'm just saying, like, anybody who screams. Like, if there was a dude that stood up and was like,
you weren't doing,
let's go, Xander Bogaerts, yeah! I would be annoyed with that, too.
Pretty annoying.
It's pretty annoying. All right, next one. This one is crazy, Chris. I had someone tell me this story because people know I'm always looking for crazy stories. And this one's crazy. My daughter is 22 years old and is in the party phase. I worry about her, but I think all parents do. My rules are don't drive and don't leave your drink unattended. This situation is a new one for me. She went out with her friends over the weekend, drank a little bit too much. She got home with some friends' help. She woke up and then she couldn't find her car keys. So she searched for the location of her car keys AirTag and she saw they were on some street near the bar she was at. We drove down there. And the keys were actually in a blue Tesla. We went to the door of the place and knocked and wanted to know why her keys were in the car, but they were not home or not answering. So we called the police to see if they could help. They came by, ran the license plate. The car apparently had a bunch of unpaid parking tickets, and so they towed the car. While the tow truck was towing the car, the owner came home. And here's where the twist comes. My daughter took an Uber home the night before. This car's driver was her Uber driver, and she just flat out forgot she didn't remember she took an Uber home the night before. Long story short, the Uber driver wants us to pay for his tow fee because she messed up so bad. I kind of think it's his fault for having a bunch of unpaid parking tickets. Since I'm likely to be paying for this anyway, who should pay? Isn't this a good one?
It's a complex one.
It's a complex one.
All right, here's a couple of things. First of all, sir, is a father?
Yes.
I'm not going to tell you how to be a father, but I am going to tell you that you need to pull your daughter aside and remind her that she's now old enough to make better decisions than she's making. All right? Simple.
22, you make a lot of mistakes, though.
And don't make that one again.
I
Don't make
that.
the one where you're drinking so much that you don't even remember the night before. Don't make that mistake.
If that was the problem,
again.
That would have been me a million times in my life.
I'm going to say you need a chat about that. Secondly, you're telling me the Uber driver wound up with the keys because she apparently left them in there.
Yeah. Yes.
Right?
Yeah. She
So we
fell
don't
out
even
of
know
her
that
purse or something.
We don't even know that the Uber driver knew they were in there, honestly.
True.
They might have just fallen out and been there, right?
Yeah.
So the Uber driver wants them
to pay for the tow fees because
no. My ruling is in favor of the person who owed money on the parking tickets. Your fault. You pay because you got caught not paying your parking.
Remember,
tickets.
you got thrown in the clink because you.
That is why I got thrown in jail once
you didn't
because
pay your
I didn't pay
tickets.
a bunch of parking tickets. This is unfortunate for the Uber driver because I have a little personal, investment in this one.
Oh, we got a bunch of different opinions all over the place. Driver should pay. Dad should pay. Dad is terrible. Calling the cops is BS. Which I kind of
know that the dad is terrible.
I kind of agree that calling the cops was a little bit of a quick.
I didn't find that to be a problem. And the reason I didn't find that to be a problem is because this is a really wacko, weird day and age. Go back to what the father said in there. Don't ever keep your drink unattended.
Oh, yeah.
Whoever thought of that 20 years ago? That is sound advice nowadays.
Very sound advice.
All right. So it's a different world. Your keys wind up in some stranger's car. You don't know who or how they got there. I think you go police here. You do that first. Ask questions later. I don't blame the dad for this, but I want the dad to talk to the daughter. This can't be a common occurrence. these kind of
I
nights.
agree with that. Dominic says, yes, forgot Chris was a scofflaw, ended up in the pokey.
I was in the pokey.
I think part of me wants to say that she needs to pay because it would teach her a little bit of a lesson, but part of me thinks if the dude didn't have parking tickets, his car's not getting towed. Yeah. So it's on him.
What happened there?
It's on him. I mean, it just is unfortunate for him that she dropped her keys in his car.
Yeah, but if you have unpaid parking tickets, you get outed. It's on you to pay them. Do we have time for another one?
Yeah, you want to bring up the Tim Wakefield thing?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Is there another one? Or is that
that was it. I thought you had one.
No, I was asking you.
No, that's it.
Well,
that's
we
it.
had an issue earlier in the show. It's a very simple question. If you're just tuned in, you won't know about it. Dodgers are down to their last out, by the way, 5-3 Cardinals. Trying to hang on. Earlier, we had a trivia question. And while you all were trying to think of the answer, Adam posted an answer on the chat.
Yes.
Now, Scraby saw the answer and immediately said, Adam just gave everybody the answer.
That's what I thought he was doing.
But Adam came in and defended himself and said, I wasn't giving the answer. I was just guessing. Scraby was the one who outed everything by saying that I was right. So what is my ruling here? I mean, come on. It's you versus Adam.
I know.
Who am I going to go with?
Two of the people that you like the least.
Nah, not true. I like Adam quite a bit. You, on the other hand.
You think this is my fault?
Of course it is. If you would have thought on your feet quickly and not said anything, nobody would have known that was the correct answer that Adam gave.
But my thing is like,
sharper than that.
Why is he commenting in the chat while we're trying to give away a question?
He wanted to take a guess. How are you ruling? You ruling against yourself?
The guy who won the tickets, Jonathan, said, I'd like to personally thank Adam. It led to the second question that allowed me to win.
Which he knew, yeah, right. I want to hear your ruling. Are you ruling against yourself?
I don't want to say I'm at fault, but I'll say I'm at fault.
The phones are working for the moment, so we'll play Chris versus the fans next, 833-288-0973. We'll let you know if the Cardinals hang on to beat the Dodgers when we get underway in hour number 3. It has to do with average temperatures in the year 2024. And this is the average temperature, maximum per day, minimum per day. It is going to be your job today to find the 25 states whose average temperature is under 55 degrees. California's at 60. You're looking for anything under 55. I'm not going to let you go first. I'm going to give Tony first.
Let's start with Montana.
That is correct.
Montana.
Montana is the fourth coldest state in the U.S., 44.5 degrees average temperature. All right, Scraby, that leaves a really obvious one for you. I gave Tony first, but he didn't take it. So you can.
I don't know that these are that obvious to any of us.
All right,
Chris.
Well, I think one is obvious.
Alaska,
I think. I thought Alaska was pretty obvious. 27.8 degrees average temperature in Alaska. 16 degrees colder than any other state. Tony's up.
Washington, the state.
State of Washington is on the list at 48.4. So Tony takes a 2-1 lead. Scraby, give me a cold state.
Maine.
Tony, you're up 2-2.
How about Idaho?
Idaho's pretty cold. Cold enough at 45.5, seventh coldest in the U.S.
Well, it's my favorite state to say. Minnesota.
Yeah, that was kind of obvious. Same as Idaho. Minnesota, 45.5, Tony.
How about North Dakota?
North Dakota, there
North
you
Dakota.
Go. You found it, number 2, 43.7 there.
I'll take the lesser known Dakota. The
South Dakota.
I think it's the more known Dakota.
Yeah, I would think it's more. Tony, you are up in a 4-4 tie with no strikes yet.
How about Oregon?
Oregon, believe it or not, Oregon's cold enough to make the list. Tony's 5, Scraby's 4.
Never been here, but I knew someone from here and said it's very cold. New Hampshire.
New Hampshire's cold. Tony.
How about Vermont?
Vermont's cold, and it's right next to New Hampshire, so that was good. 46.3. Tony goes up 6-5.
How about Wisconsin?
Wisconsin. I'm pretty sure that's going to be in there. Just below. Tony, you're up.
We're going to move to Wisconsin's neighbor. How about little Illinois?
How about a little Illinois? Little Illinois didn't make it. You can get your first lead of the day here.
A state that I've been to, a state that has beautiful scenery, Wyoming.
That's number 3. Wyoming, 44.3. I can definitely second that.
Laramie is like the
notion, having been there every year to Laramie. It's cold. Tony.
Iowa.
Iowa.
That's a great one.
Is it?
Has to be on there.
51.5. Iowa just snuck in there.
I'm going to bank on the part of the state that's not attached to the paw is cold. Michigan.
Michigan is a winner. Very good. The Upper Peninsula you're referring to.
The paw.
How about Utah?
Utah, Salt Lake City and company. Yep,
Park
it's
City.
cold there. 51.2. That is correct. Tony hits it. 8-8. The only difference is Tony's got a strike.
Nueva York.
Nueva York.
New York for Chris.
It does get cold there in New York. 49 degrees average temperature in New York is Tony.
Connecticut.
Connecticut.
What about Ohio?
You ready to come up with an answer, Scraby?
Ohio.
Too hot.
I
Too
know.
hot.
I was thinking that because it's next to Illinois, but I live
Too
there
hot.
and it snowed.
Is that what you want, Ohio?
Yeah.
54.9. It's the last one on there. Scraby goes up 10-9.
How about a little Pennsylvania?
Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Frigid old Pennsylvania.
Frigid old Pennsylvania.
Home of Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, Harrisburg. And cold enough at 52.1 to make the list.
Pennsylvania, baby.
10-10.
Massachusetts?
It has not been said. Doesn't mean it's correct, but it is 51.2. Scraby hits a bell.
Massachusetts.
11-10. Tony, you're up.
Oh, man, this is hard.
There are 4 left.
Cold. How about Indiana?
Oh.
Indiana. No, Tony. It's a strike. 55.2. Indiana just over by 0.2.
Some of the cold spots in the country are in the plains. Nebraska. Yeah. Lincoln. That's all I got on Nebraska.
Scraby's doing okay. That's correct.
Wow!
52 degrees.
Colorado.
Colorado. Scraby for the win.
One of the most forgotten places in the United States
Is
Rhode Island.
Rhode Island. And it is correct.
Yes! Sorry, that was a lot. Does that mean I win?
Game is over. Yes,
Game
you've
is
won.
over!
That was a stupid game.
I didn't think you'd like it since it didn't win it.
Those are my shoes on the glass.
Sound like you're playing basketball over there. Sounds like shoes squeaking on the floor.
Lack of rhythm is what that's called.
I'm not going to disagree with you there. I've told you many times before, I am not made for dancing.
It has to do with average temperatures in the year 2024. And this is the happy to have all of you with us. It's been a good one to this point, and figures to get even better. Going to play a little Chris versus the Fans here. Trivia time. Chance for you to win some prizes. Also still coming up on the show, chance for you to win a pair of tickets to see Padres Red Sox this Saturday. Got 2 more tickets to give away. We've given away 2 already. And Jonathan won those earlier in the show.
Mm-hmm.
Cardinals did finish it off, Scrape.
Nice.
They beat the Dodgers 5-3. So doors open for the Padres. A win tonight would move them within 2 measly games of first place in the National League West. We'll have the game for you. 5:40 Sam Levitt pregame, 6:40 Sam Levitt play-by-play call.
Is it?
Sometime around 9:30 Sam Levitt postgame. Sometime after that, Sam Levitt drives the bus back to San Diego. I mean, Winnow, what else is this? Come on. Guy's a one-man gang.
He is a one-man gang.
We love that. Rare occurrence today in Major League Baseball, Scrape. You know what it was?
Immaculate inning.
You got it.
I watched it.
Andrew Kitteridge of the Chicago Cubs today pitched an immaculate inning. For those who don't know what that is, I think it's become more commonplace now. I think people
120 in the history.
116 to be exact.
Well,
but thank you.
Oh, well, the broadcast said 120.
Well, according to my baseball reference here, 116, and I have a little more information on that. Kitteridge, 3 batters faced in the 7th inning today against the Reds, struck out all 3 batters on 3 pitches. So just a total of 9 strikes. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's an immaculate inning. Kitteridge became the 116th player or 16th occurrence to do it. He's the 107th player. Chris Sale, Sandy Koufax, Max Scherzer are the all-time leaders with 3 apiece. Nolan Ryan, Lefty Grove, Kevin Gausman. Kind of some strange names there.
There is, yeah.
Those are the guys with 2. And then everybody else has 1. The Padres, in their history, have thrown 1 immaculate inning. I'll be honest with you. That's the trivia question to win Padres Red Sox tickets. And I'm going to hold. I shouldn't ask it now. No, it hasn't happened for a long time.
Oh.
It's only happened 1 time in Padre history. But I think if I hold off because we're playing Chris vs. the Fans right now, by the time we get to it, everyone will just look it up and it won't be any fun. So I'll just tell you who it is, and then we'll think of another way to give you the Red Sox tickets. It happened in 2002. The only immaculate inning in Padre history. I barely remember this guy, Scraby. I think you're going to be a good Padre fan to remember Brian Lawrence, right-hander. Anybody remember him? No. Brian Lawrence pitched for the Padres and won 50 ball games, lost 63 between 2001 and 2007. Brian Lawrence, the only Padres ever thrown an immaculate inning.
I just got word that Sam Levitt is flying home tonight. So
he's flying the plane home.
Yes. Braden Soprenit's doing the post game.
Oh, good on Braden for helping poor Sam out.
I wasn't asked, so.
Well, they know what's good. They could have asked me or you, and they knew that they could do a whole lot better.
Let's get a guy in there that can actually do the
what
show.
He's doing, you know? All right, let's play some Chris vs. the Fans here, and we'll tell you about the prize. So let's go.
If you had one shot, one opportunity to take down the human almanac himself,
howdy do.
Now is your time.
Listen to me, this guy is dangerous.
Now is your opportunity to win a prize.
Well, I hope you know what you're in for.
Chris versus the Fans starts now on 97.3 The Fan.
All right, here's the prize. You will be qualified for a grand prize. 2-night stay at Resorts World Las Vegas plus VIP admission to IU Day Club and $175 food and beverage credit. Celebrate summer with a 2-night stay at Resorts World Las Vegas. Dine poolside at one of the 5 unique pool experiences in the 5.5 acres pool complex, the largest elevated pool deck on the Las Vegas Strip, and experience IU Day Club, stunning oasis inspired by the idyllic islands of Southeast Asia, where the ultimate party concepts transform the weekend into a never-ending summer. Special summer rates available now at rwlasvegas.com. Now offering no resort fees and complimentary parking. The rules: you have to make it through 3 questions. Each question will get more difficult. If you get the question right, you move on. If you get it wrong and Chris gets it right, you're eliminated. But if Chris gets it wrong, then you move on to the next question or you win. If you're a first-time player, let us know before you get into it. You'll get that question for free today.
And by the way, just finishing with the immaculate inning. So there's been 116 of those. There's been 326 no-hitters. So no-hitters are far more common than an immaculate inning.
Which I don't know how to think about that.
I know. It seems like the immaculate inning would be easier.
You have to get 3 outs versus 27 outs, but you have to get 9 straight strikes versus being able to walk guys.
Yeah, right. 3 straight strikes to 3 straight hitters. There have been no-hitters, by the way, in the big leagues this year. There was almost one today by Cleveland's Gavin Williams. Juan Soto broke it up with a smile on his face with 1 out in the bottom of the 9th inning.
I can't do it.
Guardians beat the Mets anyway, 4-1. Juan didn't seem too upset about that.
Maybe he was happy because they didn't get no hit.
I guess he was. Maybe yes.
Okay.
All right, leave Juan alone, Chris.
Yeah,
Enough.
Chris.
Enough.
All right, let's go to the contestants.
I have to do it while Tony's not here because when Tony gets here, he gets mad when I get mad at Juan.
I think you should dig in harder.
Yeah, when Tony's here?
Yeah, why not? Why not?
Maybe so.
All right, let's go to our first contestant. We're going to go to Randy. Hello, Randy.
Hi, Randy.
Hello. Hi, guys.
Welcome to it. Good luck to you, sir.
You ready to play?
Thank you, and I am a first-time
player. Thank you very much for saying it in the way that it should have been said. We move on to question number 2.
I'm doing too much on the Immaculate Inning. Sorry. Andy Ashby once had one as well, but not while he was with the Padres. Just wanted to clear that up to some people who heard me say that the Padres have only had one Immaculate Inning.
I couldn't go to sleep tonight without the information.
I couldn't have personally. I needed to know that.
All right, here we go, Randy. Question number 2.
I couldn't.
This is why Chris and I are different.
That's really funny.
Let's see here. Who struck out and walked the most batters in Major League history as a starting pitcher? Who leads the league in strikeouts and walks
in the history of baseball?
In the history,
he's done
modern era.
He's done both more than anyone.
Yeah.
I have no idea. It's going to be a shot in the dark. Nolan Ryan.
You got it.
That is correct.
Nolan Ryan is far and away the strikeout leader.
Well,
it's not even close.
Did he pitch for like 25 years?
Yeah, but he's like 1,500 ahead of the next guy. 5,714 strikeouts, but he also had the most walks. So very good.
Adam's in the chat guessing, but he can guess to these ones.
Adam, get out of there.
That's funny, Adam.
By the way, Nolan Ryan, the most incredible thing he ever did, not 7 no-hitters, 235 pitch complete game in 1974.
And never won a Cy Young.
And pitched 4 days later. 235 pitch game.
What's wrong with all these guys these days?
Exactly.
All right, exactly, he says. Randy, question number 3. Which 2 cities are the only to have hosted the Summer Olympics 3 times?
3 times.
There's 2 cities since it not back in the day, but since the late 1800s or whenever it started.
That's when the Olympics started.
Well, I thought they started in
1896.
I thought they had the Olympics in like Greece in year 0 or something.
No.
Okay.
1896, the modern Olympics began.
So
Randy,
you're
asking for to name the 2 places that have had it 3 times.
Correct.
I think it's been in Los Angeles a couple times, so LA, and I have no idea. I'm just going to pass.
Okay. All right.
Good
call.
All right, give me the question.
Stay there, though.
That's all right. A buzzer's okay, because if I get it wrong, you win.
Which 2 cities are the only ones to have hosted the Summer Olympics 3 times?
Yeah. I'm struggling here. LA is going to host it, I think, in like 2 years. It's the next one.
3 years.
So I don't think they've done it 3 times yet. LA did, I know 1984, famous, and 1932 when they built the Coliseum, but I think LA is only 2, so I'm not going to go with them. Athens was the first one, and then they had one more there. I'm struggling to think of 2 cities that have done it 3 times. I'm going to go. Making me mad right now. Paris and Mexico City. I don't know.
Mexico City and Paris.
Those are my guesses.
Randy!
Randy's a winner in his
You
first
stay right there.
Good job, Randy.
You had one of them.
I did.
Yeah.
Who was it? Who
Paris.
was right? Paris was correct. Okay.
1900, 1924, 2024.
Okay.
And then London. 1908, 1948, and 2012.
Yeah. London was on my mind, I will say, but I didn't go with it. So it's a win for you, Randy.
Nice job.
Stick around online there. Scraby will get to you, and you'll figure out how you can hopefully wind up getting the trip to Las Vegas on today's
good
Chris
job,
Thursday
Randy. I'm
Fans.
sorry to everybody else.
And well, look, you're not sorry to everybody else. You're ecstatic that I missed it because you don't have to make up any more questions.
Well,
don't lie to the people out there.
We had a couple new people call in, and I was thinking maybe
you would get to them?
Yeah, but if you are a new person on the line right now, call us back tomorrow.
Understand that as a new person, Randy called in and he became a winner right out of the gate.
And he's
So
the
there's no
longest
reason-
holding caller, so that's why I chose him.
And there's not a reason why you couldn't be next to win right out of the gate.
It's amazing the hoops I have to jump through to like make sure that I feel good about things because everybody accuses me of cheating. And I am the furthest one from the cheater here. I do it by the rules, people.
Scraby is not a cheater. He suspects others of cheating.
Because, yes.
That's what you don't have time to cheat because you're so worried that everyone else is cheating.
Yes, correct.
Yes.
Thank you very much for that, Chris.
You are welcome, Scraby. Padres, Diamondbacks coming up. 5:40 pregame, 6:40. DeSclafani is pitching for the Diamondbacks tonight.
Oh, wait. I just told Chris no traffic, and then literally traffic comes in. DeSclafani has had some good success against the Padres in the past.
Not tonight, he's not.
Okay.
By the way, here's the hand signal I got.
That's true. It's true.
You figure that hand signal out as we go to break on Gwynn and Chris. Good going there, Randy. First time playing Chris versus the fans. Got a win out of it. Qualifies potentially for a trip to Las Vegas. Still got to give away the final 2 tickets for Saturday's Padres-Red Sox game.
Can you tell the people that you're in charge of this and not me? Because I'm getting a lot of...
leave Scraby alone.
I'm getting a lot of hate over here about the tickets.
Well, what do they want now?
Well, they want to... Well, Charles has been very excited about these tickets, and I do appreciate Charles. He is a loyal listener. He's on YouTube every single day. Appreciate it. But he wants to know what time. And we can't give you what time because we want everybody to have a fair shot.
Yeah, it's all on me. Charles, leave Scraby alone. And everybody else.
It's really not even Charles. It's just people trying to get me going, and I fall for it every time.
We talked about the immaculate inning today that was pitched by Kitteridge for the Cubs, and talked about how an immaculate inning is more rare than a no-hitter. You know what else is more rare than a no-hitter? And I was surprised by this.
Let me think.
I looked it up. It happened today. It's rarer than a no-hitter.
I don't know.
A team scoring 20 runs in a game. The Blue Jays put 20 up today against the Rockies. It's the second time this year the Rockies have given up 20. Remember, they gave up 21 to the Padres. So this was only their second worst loss of the season.
Blue Jays might need to worry because that's when the Padres went into a tailspin after that.
They kind of did, yeah. But here the deal is that there's only been 200-plus 20-run games. And there's been 300-plus no-hitters. So a bit of a rare occurrence today, even for Coors Field. Charles and the rest of you who've been bugging Scraby.
I feel bad I shouted out Charles. He just was the name that came to mind.
I hope he wins because right now I'm giving you the chance to win the final pair of tickets to the Padres-Red Sox game this Saturday. Call in at 833-288-0973. First person that has ever called. Right. First person that calls in has to have the correct answer to this question. And here's the thing I like about this question. I think it's pretty much a total guess. So whoever guesses it right is going to win the tickets. What is the most runs the Padres have ever given up in a game? The most runs the Padres have ever given up in any game.
All right, I'm going to help them.
What is the number?
Is it since we've been working on the station together?
I'm not going to help them. Okay. They're going to have to guess the most runs the Padres have ever given up in any game. And my answer is, my source
I got it.
Is Bill Center writing on this day in Padres history on Friar Wire.
Okay.
Because it's a very difficult thing to find, but I found it.
So you're telling them where to go to get the answer.
I know, I shouldn't have.
No. We don't want to make it too hard.
What's the most runs the Padres have ever given up in a game?
74.
74.
Yep.
Darn it. You gave away the answer again.
There's no way.
They lost to the Cleveland Spiders in 1899, 74-1.
Man, that would be something.
Yeah. All right. 833-288-0973. Take some calls. I want to hear some people guesses.
Oh, you want to hear it on the air?
I want to hear some guesses. I want to hear if anybody gets it.
Okay.
The most runs the Padres have ever given up. Do you know that, first of all, the most runs the Padres have ever scored in a game? Do you remember that? It was only a couple of years ago. After the All-Star break,
I was
Jake
working that
went
game.
Crazy and
it was 24. Yeah, 24
against the Nationals. That's the Padre record for scoring. What's the most they've ever given up? Go to
hold on. It just came down, Chris.
You're going to make us give it the lineup before we can give the prize away?
The lineup is more important.
Oh, my goodness. All right, well, stay on hold if you're, there because Scraby's got to
Because
give
there
a
has
lineup.
been a major shift in the lineup, Chris.
Oh, God. Go ahead.
Major shift.
Go. What is it?
Leading off, Luis Arraez playing first base. That's not the shift.
Okay.
Hitting second. Ramon Laureano playing left field.
Okay.
Third, Jackson Merrill playing center field.
Wow, they're really shaking it up.
Cleanup, Manny Machado, third base.
Okay.
Here's an interesting one. Ryan O'Hearn batting fifth, playing right field.
Maybe somebody heard me mention that Xander's 152 average in the 5 spot with runners in scoring position doesn't work.
Could be. Xander Bogaerts is batting sixth.
Moved him down to
at
sixth.
the DH spot. So no Toddy tonight.
Toddy gets a day off. That's fair.
7th is Jake Cronenworth. 8th is Iglesias, who's playing shortstop. And then 9th is Freddie Fermin and
Okay.
Nestor Cortez.
Why don't you give us that lineup again? Because that's a bit of a strange lineup. We haven't seen one like this in a while.
Arise, Laureano, Merrill, Machado, O'Hearn, Bogarts, Cronenworth, Iglesias, Fermin.
Fernando, after snapping a drought of almost 2 weeks without an RBI, he did have one last night, but went 0 for 6. Fernando gets the night off.
All right. Oh, yeah, 0 for 6 is rough.
Yeah, it's a rough night.
It's a really rough night.
Even with an RBI, that's a rough night.
Give me a number, Chris.
I'm going to go with 5 because it's.
Oh, it says Chris.
Chris. I'm going to give Chris the first shot at the answer here.
All right, Chris, do you know?
For the tickets,
Don't
what's the
swear,
most?
please.
Yeah, just give the answer. What's the most?
No.
The Padres have ever allowed.
24.
24.
Whoa!
24.
No good. Not right. Sorry, Chris. Good try. 24 is the most they've scored. It's not the most they've allowed.
All right.
Go to. I'm totally deciding. So again, don't bring Blake. I used to live in Spring Valley. Go to number 1.
Steven.
What
Hello,
you
Steven.
got, Steven? What's the most the Padres have ever allowed in a game?
21.
21 is incorrect. Now, if you're keeping track out there, we've guessed 24. We've guessed 21. Neither has been correct.
Let's go to Better Office Supplies over here.
go to somebody who should be doing their work.
Hello, Better Office Supplies.
Hello,
How are you
Better
doing?
Office
Hey,
Supplies.
hi, my name is Humberto.
Umberto, okay, man. Before you get in trouble at work, what's the answer, sir?
I'll say 19.
19.
I mean, it's a good number.
That's not right. Not right. Yeah, it is
Thank
a good
you for
number for the
listening.
Padres. The 19 is not right. So we've had 19. We've had 21. We've had 24. We're looking for the most runs the Padres have ever allowed in a game. Let's go to Jake from State Farm.
Jake from North Park.
Oh, from North Park.
How many
Jake,
runs
what's the
would you
number?
say?
What do you think?
All right. It's ironic that he's not in the lineup because I believe the answer is 23.
It is ironic that he's not in the lineup. The answer is 23.
Nice.
Jake from North Park, you're going to go see number 23.
Hopefully.
Yeah, and the rest of the Padres Saturday night against the Boston Red Sox. The game was on May 17th, 1977.
If I could turn back time.
Final
was this
score-
the game that McDonald's man ran into the?
I don't think so.
Ray
No,
Kroc ran into the booth.
No, he did that earlier in the 70s. But this particular game, the Cubs beat the Padres at Wrigley Field 23-6.
Oh, someone's calling you out for being wrong.
No, they got a better one, they say.
What? I don't know. How can we check this? I mean, Bill Center is the historian of the Padres.
He is the historian, but maybe they did something more recently that I don't know about. We'll argue about it later, but I'm giving Jake the win. Scrape. That's just my rules.
I'm going to figure this out in the break.
We'll figure it out in the break. Jake, keep Jake there.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out in the break. Bill Center, I got it from him, but it could be wrong. I told you what my source was ahead of time.
Poor Bill Center.
I know. Bill's under the gun now. I'm under the gun now. We're all under the gun now. Let's take a break, and we'll sort it all out. Jake, stay online.
The biggest.
Hi, welcome back to the show. Jake from State Farm. I don't know if Jake's ever even been to State Farm. But he survived an inquiry to win the tickets. We had people saying, oh, no, the answer was wrong. Scraby did a little digging, a little legwork. Bill Center was right.
Yeah.
You can't argue with Bill Center. Come on.
He probably was at the game.
Bill Center posted 23 runs, the most the Padres have ever allowed in a game. Scraby looked it up to double check. We're good. Jake wins. He'll go to the Padre Red Sox game on Saturday night. And maybe it pays to just bump into me by happenstance, Scraby.
Yes.
Jake said hello the other day. I was at breakfast. And he was walking by, and he said hello, recognized me from the YouTube chatting.
Oh, okay.
And said hello, very nice, introduced me to his wife. And it turns out, here we are. 3 days later, he wins the prize, which I have nothing to – I don't control that.
Seems a little suspicious.
You think it was a little – yeah, right. I told him, Jay, call in on Wednesday at 4:28 p.m. because we're going to give away a prize. No, it just worked out. So
I wasn't hoping for you to be wrong in this case because then we're carrying Bill Center with us. But
you would have liked to see me be wrong since you're wrong a lot.
It would have been okay.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Padres and Rockies, by the way, while I was looking this up, I discovered that in 2019, they played a series at Coors Field. Get this. The two teams in 4 games combined for 92 runs. Can you imagine that one?
That is insane.
The scores of those games were 9-6, 16-12, 14-8, and finally 14-13. Kirby Yates got the save in the 14-13 finale.
Someone's saying they find it interesting that they've given up 3 games with 20 runs, but I'm thinking that's very few.
Well, we already talked about this.
True.
20-run games are less likely than a no-hitter. And we're talking about all this because Toronto beat the Rockies 20-1 today, the second time this year the Rockies have allowed 20. All right. Scraby, have we checked in on anything else going on in sports today, like, say, a little football news? Is there any NFL news? We're getting close,
Yes, I know.
to the beginning of the preseason. Aaron Rodgers says he's ready and he's going to play in the preseason opener if the Steelers ask. We'll see about that.
I would love for them to ask and see what he says.
Mike Tomlin, I don't think will ask. I don't think he should ask. Aaron Rodgers, he got through, most of last season. Did he make it through the whole season? Right? He didn't really get hurt. He just didn't play very well, really.
Yeah, the whole team didn't play
He was
well.
inconsistent all year long. I did read the other day, Michael Valenzuela, our esteemed leader here, was going to be very pleased to hear
He did play 17 games last year.
Yeah, right. So I thought, he was pretty good in terms of being healthy. But I did read the other day, somebody pretty well, in tune with the NFL said they believe Steelers will have a Super Bowl level defense this year.
We'll
see if that's true.
I mean, I don't disagree with that.
Okay.
Steelers always have a great defense.
I'm not agreeing or disagreeing, but that's high praise for a team that really hasn't accomplished a whole hell of a lot in the last many years, going, as Michael Valenzuela reminds us all the time, going 8-8 every year.
Well, he's right about that.
He is right about that. What were the Steelers last year, Scrabe? They finish.
They made the playoffs, didn't they? Amazing how much. Yeah, they. It's amazing how much I don't remember things.
Isn't it
from last year?
I can't remember anything.
Oh, they went 10-7.
10-7. The Steelers last year,
but they did lose 4 straight to end the year, and then they lost to the Ravens.
So they were 10-3.
Yeah, they were 10-3 in Week 14.
Yeah,
and then they lost to the Eagles, the Ravens, the Chiefs, and the Bengals. So they went through a gauntlet there. At the end.
And they lost to the Ravens again in the playoffs. Look, I know that Michael Valenzuela, he's a very cranky Steeler fan, but they lost. No, he is. He's Michael Valenzuela.
Is he a self-proclaimed cranky Steelers fan?
Well, he's no different than me or you with our teams.
Okay,
we're negative about our teams mostly, right? We just are. It's kind of human nature. But I remember Michael saying, we'll probably be lucky to win another game when they were 10-3. But look who they played. They played, some of the best teams in the NFL. Philly, Baltimore, KC, right there. That's 3 of the best you got.
Yep.
Cincinnati, lost by 2 points. And I don't remember that game really meant that much. And then they lose at Baltimore. No shame in any of that.
No.
But Steelers, we'll see what happens with Aaron Rodgers. With all due respect to Michael V., our esteemed leader, as mentioned, I'm really rooting against the Steelers this year. And I usually root for them, as an aside, because I like Mike Tomlin.
You do.
But I don't like Aaron Rodgers, and he trumps Mike Tomlin now. So
Ken wants to know something that maybe you can look up tonight.
Okay.
Hey, Chris and Scraby, Scrabie.
Oh, goodness. Yeah.
Has any pitcher had an immaculate inning while completing a no-hitter?
Sandy Koufax is the answer to that. And just because I happened to come across it earlier.
Oh, okay.
So, yes, Koufax did that.
That's awesome.
There you have it. You've come to the right place, though, with that question.
Yeah, I thought you were going to have to take hours to research
kidding, man.
that.
I had it ready. All right, let's check traffic. We got a big 5. Let's go do that.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury, here's Kelly Danick.
Traffic is brought to you by Caltrans, reminding you of work on the 805 through 2027. Well, speaking of the 805, it's kind of been acting up this afternoon. We've still got this accident south 805 past Mira Mesa Boulevard. It's blocking the HOV lane. Now a crash in the South Bay, southbound side of the 805, just past Bonita. This one appears to be blocking the 2 right lanes. Also, southbound 5, accident near Washington Street, blocking the 2 left lanes. Another crash clearing up right before Palm Avenue. This is all over to the right shoulder. Accident has cleared on southbound 163 near Genesee. And I'm going to find on South 5 Coastline, just past Oceanside Boulevard. Accident involving a couple vehicles there over to the right shoulder. Caltrans reminds you that the new Interstate 805 pavement and infrastructure upgrade project has begun, stretching from the 52 to the 15. Please plan for delays along the corridor through the year 2027. I'm Kelly Danick with Gwynn and Chris, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
It's that time of the show when we check on the latest in sports. Only the most important topics and questions are brought to light.
Stop what you're doing and listen.
These news stories will astound and amaze you. The one, the only.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
The Big 5 starts now on 97.3 The Fan.
All right. Sorry to interrupt, but I'm such a Kelly Danick fan. She's the best. And she said for me to keep an eye on the traffic on the 52 corridor till 2027.
Well, they did just announce that.
Yeah, but that's a long time.
I think it's going to start in 2027.
I don't know. I do think that I read somewhere that the access to the airport is finally going to kind of loosen up and open up in the next 3 or 4 months. I'll believe that when I see it.
I dropped my mom and my niece off at the airport the day before that thing opened up, and it looks like it should make it better.
Oh, it'll make it better. They just have to finish it between like now and the rest of my lifetime.
Yeah, that does seem like the airport's always under construction.
Yes, it does.
That's why people think that there's an Illuminati base underneath Denver's airport, because it's always under construction. Is there an Illuminati base underneath San Diego International Airport?
You live in existence that none of us can understand.
There's many people.
Nor do we want to.
There's many people heard that and were like, "That's right, there is an Illuminati base under."
Yeah.
Okay.
Number 5.
Please join us at Islands next Friday from 2 to 6 p.m. as Chris and I broadcast live before the Padres and Dodgers games. It's the Carmel Mountain Ranch location. If you come out, we have we have a signed baseball from Fernando Tatis Jr. We got some tickets. We got some other things we're going to give away. So come out, eat, enjoy the show,
and we're going to eat
fun.
a bunch of French fries.
Yes, and I had someone ask me, can I come and sit near you guys? Yes, please. That's what you should be doing. Come sit near us.
Scrappy would like you to sit in his lap.
No, I don't think that's the truth. But
I should mention that all 6 Islands San Diego County locations offering $10 big wave. with cheese and the fresh cut island fries. That's a good deal.
That is a good deal.
Available for dine-in, only limited time.
All right.
Also, $10, and this is for people like my wife, $10 high-protein lunch bowl. It's available till 2 p.m. They got happy hour specials. We're going to have a great time next Friday.
Next Friday.
Okay.
All right. Let's go to number 5.
Number 5.
Our guy Luis Ariz made a couple great plays at first base last night, and even though
he keeps doing that, I tell you.
Even though defensive metrics say that he's a terrible first baseman, the eye test tells us all a different story.
And same with Jake. He made another great stop on a really hard ground ball last night that saved a run.
All right.
So both of these guys, I think, are better than these stupid metrics say.
I was going to say, this was my original question.
Okay.
What grade would you give Ariz at first base? But my next question is, can we throw out defensive metrics forever?
Well, I do throw them out. I know a lot of other, managers and, scouts and people look at this stuff. And I'm 100% sure, since I don't have time to do all this, but like certain guys are just a little faster than others, so they cover more ground.
Yeah,
I get it.
Yep.
But I don't know that you can mention, I don't know that you can mention smarts. And you can't mention, figure it out in terms of quickness and getting a read on the ball and reacting quicker. And I think, Cronenworth and Ariz have both shown me the ability to do this. All I care about, Scraby, is when I see a hard ground ball go to that side, that one of those two guys gets the ball. And I think more times than not, they do. So you tell me about the metrics. I'll just take these two guys to keep making plays over there. So I give him a high rating.
Yeah, I give him a high rating too, especially since we asked the question coming into the year, can Luis Ariz be an everyday first baseman? And although we said he was not the prototypical one, I think we said that he could if he was hitting, and now that he's hitting, either way, he's put in a ton of work at first base this year.
He might have saved the game last night by grabbing that throw, a wayward throw by Bogarts.
Yes.
Ariz has been really good at first base. I've seen him make a lot of great stops over there. Again, Jake at second base has made 2 or 3 highlight reel plays in just the last week for a guy that is, rated one of the worst defensive second basemen. I don't put him there, but the analytics do.
Yeah.
So I disagree with them.
I do too.
Number 4.
Today, we almost had a no-hitter in New York with the Guardians playing the Mets. Gavin Williams entered the 9th inning with the no-hitter intact. However, Chris's favorite player of all time, Juan Soto, broke it up with a home run, and then he smiled on his way around the bases.
Very pleased that his team was now losing only 4-1.
Then Gavin Williams got Alonso out, so it was 2 outs, and then he walked the next batter. The Guardians elected to go with a reliever to get the final out, but here's what I wanted to ask.
Okay.
The Mets fans, as Gavin Williams was walking off the field, gave a round of applause for the Guardians pitcher.
Yeah.
And I'm up first. Do you think opposing fans should give the opposing pitcher an ovation after basically shutting out your team? I was talking to Adam about this a little bit earlier.
Okay.
If this was game 35, I'm fine with it because you don't really know the standings. You don't really know the impact. But the Mets are in a losing streak right now, and the Mets are not playing well, and they're trying to make the playoffs. They have like 50 games left or less. I don't think you can give an opposing pitcher a standing ovation in your stadium when he just wrecked your team for the day. I think that's a little much. Now, do I think it's kind of cool that they did it? A little bit, but I figured New York fans were way more hardcore than this to give a standing ovation to an opposing pitcher. What do you think, Chris?
I couldn't do it. That's the only thing I can rate this on. If my team got no hit or nearly no hit in the middle of, what you said is a pennant race, the Mets are trying to chase the Phillies down here. And they've lost, 4 or 5 in a row? 6 out of 7?
They've lost since they basically played the Padres.
Pretty much. They're 2.5 back. They needed to win this game. They got swept by the Guardians here. So I couldn't have done that. I couldn't have stood up and go, hey, great job. I credit the fans in New York who did it. I know in St. Louis they would almost be expected to do it because they are supposedly the greatest fans of all time.
They're very high class, Chris.
Yeah. So, no, I'm not a fan of this. I'm not a fan of those fans today. I'd be angry that my team almost got no hit. Now, if he finished the no-hitter off, I can give him a round of, he did it. He accomplished it. But
I saw something cool today.
Game wasn't over. right? He was coming off. You still had a chance. So I'm with you, Scrape.
Do you think
I don't get boo the guy, but I don't think I would have given him a standing ovation.
Have you ever seen a no-hitter in person?
Yes, but it's been a long time. I was a little kid at Dodger Stadium, and I almost saw one in Pittsburgh of all places against the Rockies. Andres Galarraga got a 2-out hit in the 9th inning to break it up. Me and the other 29 fans in attendance were disappointed that day.
I've seen a triple play, have not seen a no-hitter.
Yeah.
All right.
Got my one. That's it.
Number 3.
We talked about it a little bit earlier, but the ESPN NFL Network merger is on its way, and the CEO of Disney, Bob Iger, which owns ESPN, already has plans for it. They want to create a red zone type channel, and here's answering Chris's question, for the SEC, not for all of college football. They tried this actually before with ESPN Goal Line, but it didn't work, and they canceled it, I believe, in 2020. So, Chris, do you like this?
Okay.
But in a business sense, is this the right move for ESPN to try to emulate Red Zone?
Yes. As a matter of fact, they should do one for the SEC. They should have another one for the Big Ten.
Well, that's what someone said. But you can't.
Why not?
They're not big. Isn't the Big Ten? Isn't it CBS now?
Oh, I don't know. I thought ESPN's going to own the whole world.
I believe ESPN owns SEC now.
I thought Bob Iger is his name. Bob Iger.
Yeah.
I thought Bob Iger is more powerful than the Chancellor of Europe. I don't know who's way up there. The Pope. I think Bob Iger could pretty much, do whatever the hell he wants. He owns everything on earth. Disney, ESPN, that ABC, the whole thing. So, yeah, I'd go for Big Ten. I'd go for ACC. And, just for us, lowlifes out here, Pac-12 one wouldn't kill me either. But no, I think this is the way to go, Scrape. As I said earlier, I don't think you can do an entire college football one. That's going to spread you too thin. You're not going to really be able to check in on games because it's going to be a half an hour before you get back to the one game.
Yeah, you can't do that. The thing that works about the NFL is that all of the games are either played at 10 a.m. here or 1 p.m.
And there's only a maximum of 7 to 8 going on at one time, which allows you to keep an eye on all of them.
Like MLB has tried to do this with their big inning, and it works to a point, but it's not the same.
No.
Like football just has the right schedule for it. It's a once-a-week show.
Football is king because it works for Red Zone. The field fits inside of a TV screen, Scraby. It's just one of those magical things.
When the football gods created football, they said, we need a field that fits into the TV.
It does, though, right?
It does.
Okay.
It does.
There's just a lot of reason why football's better on television. It always has been. You'll agree with me. I've been to a lot of games.
I've been to a ton of games.
I always enjoy it, but it's not the same as watching it on TV.
I've been to games, and I've been like, what is happening in this game? Like, where did that guy go? And then I have to get on Twitter, and then
how
blah, blah, blah.
about standing there during commercial breaks?
Oh, I don't care about that.
You don't?
No, it's fine.
Oh, goodness.
Number 2.
The Red Sox and young outfielder Roman Anthony they have already signed an 8-year, $130 million contract extension that includes a team option and could keep him under control through 2034. The deal runs through his age 29 season and his age 30 season if the club option is exercised. Escalators could raise this total figure up to $230 million, and these escalators are based on things like awards voting and all-star selections, the Boston Globe reports. I'm up first. Is this smart or stupid of Roman Anthony? Jackson Merrill did the same thing. He got a ton of heat for it because the MLBPA did not like what Jackson Merrill did because they think that they can get more money.
Right.
But with these young players, I think they're doing the right thing. They're taking a contract that's not terrible for them. They're going to make money, and then they can go and get another free agent contract in their age 29 or 30 season. This is, to me, the right way to do this because you're not having to sit through arbitration, making way too little money, and then you get your one free agent contract. I think both of these guys, Jackson Merrill, Roman Anthony, very, very smart. They should receive no criticism, Chris.
I like what you're saying, but I also think Jackson Merrill did it because he just wants to play ball for the Padres and get him signed up.
I agree.
I really feel like that, and that's one thing I like about Jackson.
All right.
Sneak number one in if you can.
Number one.
Number one.
Mike Vrabel got into a.
I saw
there was
this.
the skirmish at the Patriots training camp. He got into it.
He tried to break it up, right?
He tried to break it up. He got blood all over his face. I don't really have a question.
You don't need a question. This is Mike Vrabel. This is what he wants. This is who he is. Mark my words. I don't want to say it because I don't want to make it happen, but the Patriots are going to be better. And if they're not better, they're still going to be a pain to play because Mike Vrabel's a tough son of a gun, and his teams play hard.
Still maintain that it's going to be a complete failure.
I know, you do. So we'll see who wins on that one. Happy hours next. More Gwynn and Chris ahead.
All right, it's time for the Beaver Nuggets. So the story is somehow Buc-ee's got brought up. I think Frank brought it up.
Yes.
And it's a rest stop / mall / entertainment zone, super center. And someone said on the chat yesterday that they have like 100. They went to one with like 100 gas pumps, which is a lot, I guess. But while we were talking about this, Sam Levitt was in New York listening, and he goes, "Put me on, put me on, put me on." And so we put him on, and he's talking about how much he loves Buc-ee's. And so we got into the conversation, and it ended up being about the Beaver Nuggets. And so I had to order them because I find the name Beaver Nuggets very gross. I find it gross. But we're going to go with this. It's kind of like a Cheeto / a corn pop.
It's like a cheese doodle.
A cheese doodle. And we're going to eat them right now. I don't think these are bad, but here we go. I like it. It tastes like a corn pop.
I was just saying it tastes like a waffle, really.
It does kind of taste like a waffle. You know what? I'm in. These are good.
Yeah, I'm not.
You want another one?
No, I don't want another one. But yeah, I mean, it tastes like a waffle, like a waffle with syrup on it.
It's pretty good. I gotta say, I'm not hating these at all. Actually, they're very good. I like this. The waffle is a perfect explanation. If you've ever had, I'm sorry, I'm talking on the microphone with food in my mouth. But if you've ever had a what is it? A Lay's potato chip that's waffle flavor. It's kind of like that. Sad Fryer says, "Are they cheesy?" No, they're not cheesy at all. Actually, they're sweet.
No, it's like a hard waffle with syrup on it, with dried encrusted syrup on it.
Now I don't exactly know what the puff is. It could be just fake something.
Most likely. I mean,
it's like caramel a little bit too. All right, I gotta stop eating these because I will eat the whole bag. I love these things. I'm gonna leave them here though because I will eat this if I go home. It's just gonna be a bunch of beaver nuggets in my bed as I sleepwalk or something like that. All right, it's time for the Beaver Nuggets. So the story is somehow Buc-ee's got brought up. I think Frank brought it up.
Yes.
And it's a rest stop / mall / entertainment zone, super center. And someone said on the chat yesterday that they have like 100. They went to one with like 100 gas pumps, which is a lot, I guess. But while we were talking about this, Sam Levitt was in New York listening, and he goes, "Put me on, put me on, put me on." And so we put him on, and he's talking about how much he loves Buc-ee's. And so we got into the conversation, and it ended up being about the Beaver Nuggets. And so I had to order them because I find the name Beaver Nuggets very gross. I find it gross. But we're going to go with this. It's kind of like a Cheeto / a corn pop.
It's like a cheese doodle.
A cheese doodle. And we're going to eat them right now. I don't think these are bad, but here we go. I like it. It tastes like a corn pop.
I was just saying it tastes like a waffle, really.
It does kind of taste like a waffle. You know what? I'm in. These are good.
Yeah, I'm not.
You want another one?
No, I don't want another one. But Yeah, I mean, it tastes like a waffle, like a waffle with syrup on it.
It's pretty good. I gotta say, I'm not hating these at all. Actually, they're very good. I like this. The waffle is a perfect explanation. If you've ever had, I'm sorry, I'm talking on the microphone with food in my mouth, but if you've ever had a what is it? A Lay's potato chip that's waffle flavor. It's kind of like that. Sad Fryer says, "Are they cheesy?" No, they're not cheesy at all. Actually, they're sweet.
No, it's like a hard waffle with syrup on it, with dried encrusted syrup on it.
Now I don't exactly know what the puff is. It could be just fake something.
Most likely. I mean,
it's like caramel a little bit too. All right, I gotta stop eating these because I will eat the whole bag. I love these things. I'm gonna leave them here though because I will eat this if I go home. It's just gonna be a bunch of beaver nuggets in my bed as I sleepwalk or something like that. All right, it's time for the beaver nuggets. So the story is somehow Buc-ee's got brought up. I think Frank.
To the happy hour, everybody. Gwynn and Chris program. Chris Ella, Matt Scraby together. And our Odyssey Palace Studios, Tony Gwynn Jr. is idle. Happy Hour brought to you by GL Pools, swimming pool experts trusted by thousands of San Diegans since 2006. Baseball season is in full swing, so is swim season. GL Pools. Call them, mention the word radio, get you a free month of pool service. Pretty good way to start the the summer's kind of going now.
It's starting to get hotter, though.
But it is starting to warm up. And speaking of that, it's 119 degrees, according to our weather person, Dave Marcus, in Phoenix tonight. And that is where we are headed here shortly for the Padre pregame show. Padres getting ready to take on the Arizona Diamondbacks. Padres will have a chance to pick up ground tonight in the NL West. Cardinals rallied past the Dodgers today, 5-3 up in L.A. That despite 4 shutout, 8 strikeout innings from Shohei. Let me see. Let me do that again.
Were you going to say Shohei Ippei?
That was a script. No, I was just totally mess that up. He pitched 4 innings. He did go up a run. He struck out 8 in those 4 innings. He also hit his 39th home run of the year. So it was a big day for Shohei. He got his 1,000th career hit. All of that aside, the Cardinals won the ball game 5-3. A couple of other baseball notes worth mentioning from earlier today. Gavin Williams of the Guardians came very close to the season's first no-hitter. Got 1 out in the 9th inning before Juan Soto's home run wrecked the bid. Guardians still beat the free-falling Mets 4-1. And the other game we're talking about, more than we maybe should, but I find it's just so crazy and interesting. Toronto beat the Rockies 20-1 today. Now, there is more on this series. The Blue Jays scored 45 runs in the 3 games, but here's more, Scrabe. They had 63 hits, 24 of them today.
Wow.
It's the most by any team in a 3-game series since 1900. That's saying something, right?
That is saying something.
125 years. No team has had 63 hits in a 3-game series until now. A couple of other things which are pretty impressive. The Blue Jays hit 13 home runs in the series. That's okay. Here's what I got. Bo Bichette and Dalton Varsho. Varsho did not even play today. Both guys had 10 RBIs in the series.
Dang.
Oh, man. What a 3 days that is.
I mean,
actually, for Varsho, it's 2 days. He didn't even play today.
When you put it in that perspective, I mean, there's so many games at Coors Field, so you can't just say it's a Coors Field effect.
Yeah, no, I mean, this was something quite remarkable. The Rockies continue their season-long disaster. They're 30-84. They are now minus 316 runs for the season, closing in on the all-time record of minus 345.
That's going to happen, I think.
It looks like it's going to happen. All right, back to the Padres tonight. We get our first look at Nestor Cortez. He gets his Padre debut. And look, a little pressure for you, Nestor. Why not? I mean, it's, what are you going to do? JP Sears didn't pitch well, right, on Monday night. Went right to the minor leagues.
He did.
We have not had an official announcement still, right, on Michael King for Sunday, or have we?
Well, I'm reading he could start either Saturday or Sunday.
Michael King.
Yes.
Okay, so that's up in the air. They may want to move Darvish back a day, which they've done already. But it looks like Michael King is back in the rotation. As of this weekend, Pavetta's not going anywhere. Cease's staying. Right?
Yeah, definitely.
Darvish is going to be in the rotation.
Yeah, they're not taking him out.
So it's Cortez needs to pitch well, or they could put Sears back, or they could get Vasquez. They have so many options. So we'll see how Cortez fares tonight. It's only his third start of the year. Made 2 really early in the year, then got hurt. He's been out for a long time. We'll see how it goes for him tonight. DeSclafani starting for Arizona.
We did it yesterday. He gave up 8 runs in his first game, and then he gave up 0 runs in his next game.
Well, I'm hoping for more. And the first game was especially bad, 8 runs, because he gave home runs to the first 3 hitters of the season. Remember that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it was Goldschmidt, Bellinger, and
Judge
else.
or somebody.
Yeah.
Padres will be off tomorrow. And then we got our roundtable tomorrow morning. Don't forget, live commercial-free hour of Padre Talk. Ben Higgins, myself, you on?
Yes, I am.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Padre roundtable tomorrow morning at 10. Gwynn and Chris tomorrow afternoon. And then Friday, you take off a day.
I do.
What do you have to do? Are you going to share? Or
Yeah,
is
it's fine.
this a secret?
No, it's not a secret. For this new thing with my fantasy football group that I've been in forever, they like to do destination things now, and
destination
they're also
draft.
Yeah, they're not draft. Just they want to do draft order. Because here's the thing, Chris. We used to do destination drafts, and everyone was not in the right shape to be drafting great teams, except for me.
Oh,
because everybody was drinking.
There was a little celebrating.
So
before
they've
the draft.
changed it. They have a weekend for the draft order, and now they have a weekend or a day for the draft. But I'm not really into the draft order thing. Not into like the competitions, but one of the competitions.
Oh, there's a competition to see where you order of your. Oh, really?
And all 12 of us are going to go golfing on Friday, and in order, it gives us points of how we finish.
Well, you're a good golfer.
Yeah, but there's some really good golfers in this group. There's like scratch golfers in this group.
Well, you're not going to get the first pick.
No, last year I finished, I think, 6th or 7th.
Well, enjoy your day off. If anyone deserves one, it's you. Thanks to Adam Klug, also, who helped us track down U.S. Open golf champ JJ Spaun. And you will get a chance to hear that interview coming up in about 10 minutes. Just, so excited for that guy, Aztec for life, to win the U.S. Open championship, which he did a
Changed
month
his
or so
life,
ago.
obviously. I mean, but even for a professional golfer like him who is on the tour and contributes on the tour all the time, This is a career-changing, life-changing move.
As he told us in the interview, he has 5 straight years now where he can show up at any time at any tournament and play. That is a really nice thing to have if you're a pro golfer. We don't get it. We just turn in and watch the events every weekend.
Some of these guys are like playing for their career.
Week after week after week.
Yeah. I remember there was a show on Golf Channel where it was like they followed guys that were trying to make it the PGA Tour. And this one guy, he got a gift card. He won a gift card, like $1,000 to Avis, the rental car company. And he couldn't have been more excited because he has to drive to every single event. And so he was happy that he got $1,000 gift card.
Well, it all adds up for a lot of people. Red Sox lead KC 2-1 in the 4th. Red Sox looking for their 8th in a row. They come to San Diego on Friday. Our old friend Walker Buehler, tight pants himself, will be pitching for the Bo Sox on Friday here in town. But before we get to that, let's look at tonight's game because the lineup is a little A little
cattywampus.
I think it's just because Fernando's taking a night off, or they're giving him a night off. He went 0 for 6 last night. He's got had the 1 RBI last night, but that's the only RBI he's had in the last basically 2 weeks. He's been scuffling other than the walks. So whether or not it was I'm sure Mike Schilt will just say it was a planned day off, but we probably know better, right? It's a good day to give him a little break. But because of that, the lineup looks different.
Yes.
So Scrabe, I'll let you do it because you got the honors.
Okay.
Or do you have it in front of you?
I did earlier, and then I just got rid
I'll
of
give it to you. Arise.
Oh, thank you.
Will be at first base. He'll be in the leadoff spot tonight. Ramon Laureano, who they're fast working on his statue next to Tony out there in the Park on the Park. Laureano, man, he's become a favorite already. He's batting second tonight. Jackson Merrill moves into the 3 spot. Manny Machado cleaning up. Ryan O'Hearn will hit 5th. Xander drops down to 6, and he's DHing tonight. Xander is. Cronenworth will be at second base. The somewhat we just take for granted, Jose Iglesias is batting 8th at shortstop. His glove.
Oh, my goodness.
How about the play at the bottom of the 10th last night?
Oh, my goodness. He tried his best to be Manny, and he still delivered, but that throw was awesome.
Not an easy throw to make, and I'll tell you, because he's moving the other direction, tagging third base, throwing back across his body the other way. He could throw that away.
Yeah.
He didn't. He put it right on the money. Iglesias batting 8th. Tonight he's at shortstop. Freddie Fermin catching, batting 9th. So that's the lineup tonight. Diamondbacks, Anthony DeSclafani, who had, as you said, pitched some good games against the Padres back in the day when he was a Gigante. We'll get the start. Sam Levitt's pregame show is a half hour away. Then Sammy himself, along with Bob Scanlon on the call. Today, we celebrate the anniversary of this. And if you're just tuning in, you'll enjoy hearing this again.
Line drive, center field. There it is. Number 3,000 for Tony Gwynn.
Oh, Doctor! You can hang a star on that, baby. A star for the ages for Tony Gwynn, number 3,000.
I mean, it was a great ride. It's been a great run. And to have the kind of night I had tonight, I really felt like I swung the bat really well. And so 3,003 sounds pretty good about now, you know.
The great one, Tony Gwynn, had his 3,000th hit on this date, 1999. He also, as it would happen, had his 2,000th hit on the same date 6 years earlier. And one more thing, that date, August 6th, today, is the birthday of Tony Gwynn's mother. So she was there in Montreal to hug him and celebrate. And
something I just noticed about this.
What?
The Expos put off fireworks for him. They put a big 3,000 big number over center field. They really did it up for him. It was the least they could do because there was only like 300 people in the ballpark. Yeah. I remember the big deal about it. Tony, our Tony will tell us, confirm all this. But before going to Montreal, he had been in St. Louis. And that's where everybody wanted him to break the record because St. Louis and the reverence for baseball and the whole thing. And I believe our Tony was there in St. Louis, but had to come back home for school. Couldn't go on to Montreal. And so our Tony missed his dad getting that 3,000th hit in terms of being there in person. His mom, of course, was there. And the thing that always gave me a moment was the first base umpire, Kerwin Danley, who was a teammate of ours at San Diego State. Oh, man.
Was umpiring first base when Tony got there.
Oh, you gave him a big hug, too.
Yeah. You didn't know that, huh? You hadn't realized that in the past.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, the amount of coincidences in this is insane.
There's a lot of coincidences with it. But, yeah, Kerwin Danley, I think that's the one time in history where an umpire could hug a player and be forgiven for it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? They were old friends and old teammates. And Kerwin was there at first base when the moment happened. So we never forget the greatness of Tony Gwynn. When we come back after traffic, we will talk a little bit about the greatness of J.J. Spaun and his U.S. Open Golf Championship. He joins us when the Gwynn and Chris show continues.
From the 8th.
Let me ask you, because You obviously knew.
I actually got in trouble once when I worked at the bank for looking up a celebrity, and it was totally wrong on my part. Totally wrong.
Looking up their account number?
Just I searched their name in the account system, and
what is wrong with you?
I was like 19.
You'd be better off.
You would be better.
You'd be better off admitting that you wore your underwear inside out. Frankly,
This guy is just searching up people's accounts.
It only happened that one time because I got caught.
How did you get caught?
The account was flagged, and anybody taking a look at it gets logged. And so I got called into the boss's office like 3 days
What
later.
did that come? I'm sorry, I gotta ask, but nobody's supposed to be doing this preview. What did that conversation? How did it go?
Well, why were you looking up Paris Hilton? Is that who it was?
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Oh my god!
I can neither confirm. That's really funny, Chris, that you just yelled out that name out of all names.
No.
But I walked in. I got called into the office, and I sat down.
gosh.
And all my boss. I loved her. She was great. Her name was Sharon. Amazing boss. She just slid the piece of paper in front of me.
You knew.
Said, "Did you visit this account?" And I looked. Yeah. She was like, "We're gonna have to write you up for this, and if you do it again, we're gonna have to fire you." And I said, "I'll never do it again." And I got out of there as soon as possible. I took everything, but it was not good. Not good.
Just curiosity, huh? He's like, I wonder how much they have in their account.
Yeah. I mean, before I got caught, I did look up athletes. And,
oh my god! I'm so glad you're sitting in this seat now.
Yes, I'm so happy you're not doing any job that can be dangerous to people's futures.
this was in the first year that I was there. I learned my lesson thoroughly.
Chris, as I said, as soon as they walked in, there was like,
yeah,
that's our guy right there.
That's our window.
We're gonna take him down.
Yep.
Just lucky I didn't get caught for like. I can't even say. I'll tell you guys off break whose account I saw and how much money they had sitting in their checking account.
And this was how long ago, too, by the way?
2009, 10. Way before I became a good person.
Didn't Bank America end up getting in trouble? Or was that it was one of those banks got in trouble?
All of them get in trouble for selling information. But
I heard folks like you.
I wasn't selling any information. I was just wanting to see what was going on.
Curious.
I didn't check their account activity, which I could have. Been like, oh, they bought this here. I'm going to go up there. You know, I'm not that creepy.
Well, that's stock.
Oh, yeah, you're not that bad.
I'm not that creepy.
This is amazing, by the way. We're supposed to be doing.
How are we supposed to do baseball picks under these
I don't think we can
circumstances?
anymore. I think we gotta push it. You guys never did it? Well, I mean,
no, it's great. We didn't. We didn't
Really? Okay. Like you work at a bank, you're looking at people's account information?
That's
unbelievable.
It only happened for a little bit, and then I got in
Only
trouble.
for a little bit.
I can't stop laughing at this because it is quite hilarious. Greg.
But you were saying that I may have gotten robbed or whatever. I actually did get robbed when I worked in San Francisco, and they're called quick change artists.
How long did you work in the banking industry?
8 years. I was a teller supervisor when I finished. I was also the merchant teller, which took in around $150,000 in cash a day. Guess what? Always balanced at the end of the day.
Yeah, I bet.
But there was a guy who walked in. He had about $5,000 in hundreds, and he handed it to me. He said, "Can I get 50s for these?" And I said, you know, it's pretty annoying that he wants
$5,000 in hundreds.
In hundreds, and he wanted $5,000 in 50s. He just wanted 50s instead of hundreds. So I had to go get it from the vault. I come back. I'm starting to count it out, and then he's like starting to ask me questions as I'm counting it out.
He's trying to
what
did I tell you, Chris? This is what I'm talking
Hey,
about.
That window right there.
Hey, this guy was so good that no one saw it coming. But so when I started getting mad at him because I counted out the 50s, he goes, "What are you doing?" I asked for 20s. And I'm like, what? You did not ask for 20s. You asked for 50s, bro. Yeah. I had to go to the vault to get those 50s. And as I was getting all mad and talking to my boss, he took the cash off the counter and put it into this folder that he had on the thing that
the original 5,000 in hundreds.
Yeah, well, he kept going like that, and then I was so mad, I just grabbed it and I threw it in my drawer. And then he was like, "You know what? I'm out of here." And he walked out. And then at the end of the day, $3,000.
He got an extra 3 on you.
$3,000. Yeah, he got
See,
$3,000.
The thing about criminals like that, they can sniff out a mark really easy.
I'm not a mark.
You are 1,000%.
I was
mark.
actually the bank's
dog. They got you for 3 extra.
And that's the only time in my 8 years that I ever had anything happen like that.
I'm sure there are people who've been there 8 years that never had 0 taken.
Scrape, I got a 20 here. Can I get 5 5s, please?
I hate you guys.
Let's get to
that was one of the worst moments of my life, but you know what? It taught me a lot. Never trust anyone ever again.
You know what? You definitely have learned because you don't trust very many people.
I don't trust anyone anymore.
You are
I actually got in trouble once when I worked at the bank for looking up a celebrity, and it was totally wrong on my part. Totally wrong.
Looking up their account number?
Just I searched their name in the account system, and
Scrapey, what is wrong with you?
I was like 19.
You'd be better off.
You would be
better. You'd be better off admitting that you wore your underwear inside out. Frankly,
This guy is just searching up people's accounts.
It only happened that one time because I got caught.
How did you get caught?
The account was flagged, and anybody taking a look at it gets logged, and so I got called into the boss's office like 3 days
What
later.
did that come? I'm sorry, I gotta ask, but nobody's supposed to be doing this preview. What did that conversation? How did it go?
Well, why were you looking up Paris Hilton? Is that who it was?
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Oh my god!
I can neither confirm. That's really funny, Chris, that you just yelled out that name out of all names.
No.
But I walked in. I got called into the office, and I sat down.
gosh.
And all my boss. I loved her. She was great. Her name was Sharon. Amazing boss. She just slid the piece of paper in front of me.
You knew.
Said, "Did you visit this account?" And I looked. Yeah. She was like, "We're gonna have to write you up for this, and if you do it again, we're gonna have to fire you." And I said, "I'll never do it again." And I got out of there as soon as possible. I took everything, but it was not good. Not good.
Just curiosity, huh? He's like, I wonder how much they have in their account.
Yeah. I mean, before I got caught, I did look up athletes. And,
oh my god! I'm so glad you.
A couple of history-making things in baseball. One is in progress potentially. Jeffrey Springs of the A's has retired the first 15 in Washington. 1-0 A's. He's looking for the perfect game, but he's got a ways to go. And real quick, on Saturday, we're going to have the first female umpire in baseball history. And congratulations to Jen Powell, P-A-W-O-L, Paywall. And she's going to umpire Saturday's game between the Marlins and the Braves on the bases. She's doing home plate on Sunday. It's high time this happens. MLB's move comes 28 years after the NBA broke the gender line on officials and 10 years after the NFL did it. So
where you been, baseball?
Right. We can applaud baseball, but it's been a little long on that one, right, Scrape?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay. We got time to give you a lot of our interview with JJ Spaun, the Aztec for life, who came really out of nowhere to win the U.S. Open Golf Championship. Let's find out a little bit more about that historic achievement right now. Always great to have an Aztec for life on the program, especially when that Aztec for life happens to be the reigning U.S. Open Golf Champion, JJ Spaun, joining us here for a few moments. And just finished up a round, I understand, this morning in where Memphis you are for the FedEx, yes?
Hey, Chris. Yes, I'm out here in Memphis, Tennessee for the FedEx St. Jude playoffs. So, yeah, it's a nice start to the playoff series here, and I'm happy to be here.
So how'd your day go? How was your round? I'm curious, how do you feel about just kind of a ho-hum round of golf on a Wednesday? How do you break it down?
Yeah, typically Wednesdays are our pro-am days. So
Yeah.
we play 9 holes with a bunch of sponsors and people that support the tournament. So it's good to get out there and not only meet all the people that help make this event possible, but also another chance to see the course the day before we play. So it's another good way to prepare for the week.
Do you like a 3 under, 2 under? Do you break it down at all, or do you not put a whole lot of stock in a day like today? Like for me, this would be like the event of a lifetime. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, today's more of kind of groove in whatever you're working on, trying to get a feel for the course and how it's playing. Yeah, some guys, want to put a score together, take it more seriously. But for me, it's still more like a practice round for me. It's a 9-hole pro-am, so I usually play the opposite side in the Tuesday practice round, and then I'll see the side on the pro-am that I'm not playing. So it's just another chance to get a look at the course.
Well, the FedEx Cup does start this weekend in Memphis, and because J.J. Spaun has had such an incredible year, runner-up at the Players Championship, of course, the reigning U.S. Open champ, you come in 8th in the FedEx Cup standings. A pretty good year. I guess this is an obvious question. I was trying to avoid making it obvious, but how has your life changed since that Father's Day when you won the U.S. Open?
Yeah, it's completely changed. I think the biggest thing that I've taken away from it is that I have so much opportunity now, a lot more than I could ever imagine. I have the opportunity to represent the United States at the Ryder Cup. Have a 5-year exemption. I get my job guaranteed for 5 years. It's just everything has been solved by playing good golf, and I've worked so hard to be put in this position, and I'm just grateful to kind of take advantage of it now.
I think, obviously all Aztec fans, right? Everybody in San Diego was so excited and watching and the whole thing and winning this thing. But I think you're an easy guy to root for just for the general everyday, guy, because you did not come up, with everything going your way. You had to earn everything you got. Going back to before San Diego State, you were hardly even recruited before you got here. Talk a little bit about your journey. Talk a little bit about what San Diego State meant to you and the opportunity that, the Aztecs gave you.
Yeah, I wasn't really, groomed to be a professional golfer, I guess you can say. I didn't have the means to play these elaborate, high-end junior events that kind of give kids the exposure to get, recruited by collegiate teams. So I just played small local events. I qualified for the U.S. Junior 1 year, and that's where I met the head coach at San Diego State, Ryan Donovan, and he kind of saw a diamond in the rough and gave me the chance to walk on. And I wasn't going to get any money to play there, but he was giving me a spot on the team, and I still had to earn it. We had 12 guys on the team, and only 5 traveled to tournaments and play. And he said, if you qualify, that's the only way you're going to get into these tournaments. And I won the first qualifier, and then was kind of off and running there through the Aztecs. But it just ended up being such a great fit. Having such a great coach and program behind us, and a really good team as well. It was a place where we all thrived, and I think that's really where I started to see my potential and kind of blossom as a player, learning a lot more about golf and how to play certain courses. It was a huge part of my development there at San Diego State.
Yeah, we are so excited to have J.J. Spaun with us, and excited that he's the U.S. Open champion, getting ready for the FedEx Cup playoffs. They start this weekend in Memphis. That's where he is. You can watch all of the coverage, not only this week, but the next few weeks. NBC, Golf Channel, Peacock will be tuning in. J.J., what kinds of things, looking back when you got to San Diego State, did you think you had to focus on to be a better golfer? What kinds of things got you from there to here?
I think the biggest thing was probably my putting and short game. I was pretty solid off the tee from tee to green, but learning how to make those 3 to 5 footers to really save strokes was huge. So I remember my last couple years when I really started to get better, as a player. I was spending way more time on the putting green, hitting multiple 3 to 5 footers every day, just trying to dial in the feel of getting the ball in the hole. And I think growing, course management wise, that was huge. Just understanding misses and understanding how to play certain angles and pin placements was big. So I think that just came with experience of playing collegiately on those tough courses.
You know, all of us could listen to that advice because I don't know how many 3 to 5 footers I leave out there each week. It's incredible how much better your score is when you make all of those for you and for the rest of us. You know, a lot of people, when they were talking about your career, and it took 9 years from when you became a pro, turned pro, and got your card, you know, to winning the U.S. Open. So again, this didn't happen overnight. And a lot of people, you know, were saying you were tough on yourself. You were your toughest critic out there, and people said, you know, you needed to learn how to be okay with, you know, having a bad shot, a bad round. How accurate was that, and how tough was that for you to kind of get through?
Yeah, very accurate. I definitely, I feel like my attitude, if I were supposed to give myself a grade on my attitude this year, it'd probably be an A. I feel like that's been the component where, you know, it's easy to get frustrated, it's easy to get angry. I feel like I need to hit every shot perfectly, and when I don't, I usually would kind of get really mad. And next thing you know, that leads into the next shot, and then you end up making a poor decision or a poor swing, and then that costs you another shot. So I think learning how to let things go out there on the golf course has been a huge attribute to my success this season.
Yeah. And again, very good advice for all of us weekenders. Let the shot go, get on to the next one. You know, it kind of goes hand in hand. All right. So this takes us to the U.S. Open. I held off asking about it as long as I could, but I'm so excited to talk about it. And it is interesting that the one thing that you felt like you had to overcome was probably the thing that challenged you the most on the final round. I mean, you got off to an incredibly unlucky start, including an approach shot that hit the pin and then somehow rolled about 90 feet away. So you kind of you were face to face, with your demons in a lot of ways early in that round, right?
Yeah, totally. It was one of those things where you felt like you're trying to do everything right, and no matter how well you did it and how well you executed, it just wasn't working out. And you know, it felt like I was never going to make a par at that point. But honestly, the rain delay that came through was the biggest thing of the week for me. To just kind of get a little time out, you know, go inside for about an hour and a half and try to regroup and reset mentally. And that's what I did. I mean, my coaches were with me in the locker room. We were talking about it, and they said, you know, if you got here Monday morning and said you were going to be 4 shots back of the lead going into the last 10 holes of the U.S. Open, you would take that, right? I was like, yeah, of course. So they were trying to put it in perspective for me, and that kind of helped me shift, you know, my attitude or whatever I was thinking that felt like, you know, I was the victim all day, whereas, okay, I still have a chance to go get it if I just play a solid back 9. So, you know, it was a perfect little break to the day, and I went out and just ran with what I heard through my coaches mentally, and you know, we ended out on top.
Yeah. All right, if you want to hear the rest of the interview, there is some more to it. The part of him talking about the incredible shots he hit at the end. 17, the drive, I'll never forget that one, Scraby. Landing it on the green, bouncing just past the cup. And then, of course, this incredible 64-foot putt to wrap it up on 18. So JJ Spaun, if you want to hear that part of the interview, the entire interview is there for you at 973thefansd.com. So you can enjoy that. We had to make way because we've got the Sam Levitt pregame show coming up shortly. We told you a few moments ago that Jeffrey Springs of the A's had a perfect game through 5. That has been broken up by San Diego's own Riley Adams, graduate of Canyon Crest Academy and USD. The Nationals catcher hit his 7th home run of the year to tie that game 1-1 in the bottom of the 6th inning. Good on you, Riley Adams. We got a lot of guys from San Diego that I didn't know were from San Diego, including Kyle Stowers.
Yeah.
You would think a guy this good would have been so good at Christian high school. Maybe I just missed reading about him, but you know what I'm saying?
Like, I do.
Some of these guys are, you know, big league players doing great things. I just don't remember hearing about them, you know, as they were coming around.
Well, I'm not really on the high school baseball beat, so
I'm not on it either, but normally somebody that's good enough to star in Major League Baseball.
You would know about, yeah.
Right. They kind of get your attention somewhere along the line. So.
He's also just kind of found success this year.
Who, Stowers?
Yeah.
True. He was the Orioles just threw him in as a throw-in a trade.
Yeah.
Yeah. Marlins are happy that they did that. All right, we're going to wrap it up. Again, the J.J. Spaun interview in its entirety, 97.3thefansd.com, or go back, on the show, and we had it all for you at 2:40 earlier this afternoon. Thanks again to Adam Klug setting it up. Scraby, well done.
You too.
Sam Levitt's pregame next. Padres go for a win that could move them within 2 games of first place tonight. We'll be back to talk about it tomorrow on 97.3 The Fan.